Chapter 34:22. What? Ling Shan froze, but there was nothing she could do. She followed Ling Rui out. As the deputy director of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau, even if she couldn't manage these sky-class late-phase peak perfection masters, her status was still there. Normal practitioners wouldn't dare do anything to her. The two went out together, and on the other side, the head of House Song, Ling Shan, and Ling Rui's grandfather Song Xiangwen and second grandfather Song Xianghua also hurried out. Song Xianghua and Song Ling Rui looked at each other, seeing the worry in each other's eyes. Who is making a ruckus in front of my Song house? What do you want? Although Song Xianghua knew that this person was not friendly, he couldn't weaken House Song's momentum. You're Song Xianghua, right? The person who shouted looked at Song Xianghua and said faintly. His code name was Fire Wolf War God No. 5, and he was the leader this time. It's me, who are you? As Song Xianghua spoke, he also revealed his heaven rank peak late stage great perfection strength, which was also a deterrent to the newcomer. Humph. We're here to take Song Ling Rui away. Fire Wolf War God No. 5 said as he continued to reveal his sky-class late-phase peak perfection strength. Take my Song Ling Rui away? Let's see if you have the ability to do so. Song Ling Rui couldn't help but laugh coldly. Although you're strong, I'm not a pushover. With that, Song Ling Rui took a step forward and revealed her physical strength of the peak late-stage great perfection. Hee hee. Fire Wolf War God No. 5 laughed indifferently and waved at the three people beside him. At that moment, the three of them also revealed their great perfection late-stage heaven rank strength. 4 sky-class late-phase perfection strength masters. This made Song Xianghua and Song Ling Rui a little dumbfounded. Originally, their strength could be said to be rampant. Although there was an expert at the peak of the late stage of heaven rank at the great perfection realm, they didn't take it too seriously. 2 against 1, they always had the advantage. But who would have thought that 4 sky-class late-phase perfection strength masters would suddenly appear? This way, Song Ling Rui and Song Xianghua had no chance of winning even if they teamed up. Since when did peak perfection heaven rank powerhouses become so worthless? So many of them came at once? Where did these 4 people come from? Even with Song Ling Rui and Song Xianghua's knowledge, it was difficult to determine the origins of these 4 people. Then, they could only inquire about their intentions now. Ling Shan and Xiangwen, on the other hand, were equally shocked. You guys, are all peak late-stage heaven stage great perfection experts? Song Ling Rui looked at the 4 people in front of her in shock. Who are you guys? What are you doing here? Of course it's the person who took you away. The Fire Wolf War God No. 5 waved his hand and said indifferently, Song Ling Rui, do you still remember the Gotra Forest's Devil's Trial? Devil's Trial? Song Ling Rui's expression immediately changed. Of course she remembered this trial. It was also this trial that allowed her to go from an ordinary golden class external master to a perfect class external master with the strength of a late-stage peak heaven class external master. She would never forget it for the rest of her life. However, what did this person mean by mentioning this matter at this moment? What was his intention? At that time, there were people from the Overseas Cultivators Association helping you and letting you escape. How are you going to escape now? The Fire Wolf War God No. 5 smiled coldly and revealed the reason why they were here. So, it's you guys. Song Ling Rui sighed. She didn't expect these people to suddenly find her home in China after enduring for so many years. However, it was not difficult to understand. Overseas, with the protection of the Overseas Cultivators Association and the Mercenary Organization, these people were not willing to go against these 2 organizations. Even if they had masters, they were not willing to go against them. Perhaps there would be a time when they relied on these 2 organizations, but now that they were back in China, the Song family was different. They could attack without fear. That's right. It's us. The Fire Wolf War God No. 5 nodded and said, Song Ling Rui, we don't want to fight. This is China, we don't want to cause trouble if we can. However, this also depends on you. What do you mean? If you have something to say, just say it. Song Ling Rui was helpless, but there was no other way. Song Ling Rui, come back with us. We will use your blood for research, but we won't kill you. Once we succeed in our research and replicate the genes in your body, we can let you come back. The Fire Wolf War God No. 5 said, However, if you don't want to go, we can only take forceful measures. Do you think that a peak late-stage perfect physical expert can really be controlled by you? Aren't you afraid that I will run away? Song Lingrui asked lightly. I am afraid. So, as long as you run, we will attack the Song family. If we come here again, we won't leave even a chicken or dog alive. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 threatened coldly. If you don't go with us, the Song family's fate will be the same. 4 heaven-rank late perfection realm experts against 2. It's clear who wins and who loses. You. Facing the Fire Wolf War God number 5's threat, Song Lingrui was very angry, but there was nothing she could do. The other party was speaking the truth. She had no ability to resist. We what? The Fire Wolf War God number 5 smiled faintly. It's useless to say more. I'll give you some time to think about it. We will come back in a few days. If you don't make a decision by then, don't blame us for being impolite. Of course, you can also choose to run away, but only if you never appear again. Song Lingrui, even if you go overseas, your family will follow you overseas. I can't do anything to you, but I can still do something to your family. Think about the consequences yourself. This. Song Lingrui's chest heaved up and down as she stared at the Fire Wolf War God number 5. Ever since she advanced to peak late-stage perfect expert, no one dared to threaten her. But today, facing so many experts, she had no choice but to compromise. There was no other way. The other party was too strong. It was impossible for her to fight them head-on. All right, we're leaving. You can think about it yourself. As he said that, the Fire Wolf War God number 5 waved his hand and brought the other 3 people away. They were extremely fast. Chapter 34-23. Song Lingrui was not a bashful person. At this point, she could only leave with these people to protect the Song family. Otherwise, these people would definitely attack the Song family, and Song Lingrui could do nothing about it. If she left with these people, second Grandpa Song Xianghua could still stay in the Song family. Even if the Song family lost her help, it would still be a very powerful aristocratic family. Then, Song Lingrui could leave with peace of mind. Xiao Rui, let's study it again and see if there is a solution. Song Xianghua's expression was solemn, but he did not immediately agree to Song Lingrui's suggestion. He was going to think of another way. If there was a way, he would make Song Lingrui stay. If she was taken away by these people, how could she survive? Letting Song Lingrui go after the study was done was simply a lie. Song Xianghua also knew about Song Lingrui's situation. How could these people let Song Lingrui go so easily? Xiao Rui, can you tell Grandpa what is going on now? Song Xiangwen took a deep breath. You are now the backbone of our Song family. Grandpa will definitely not give up. If there is really no other way, then we will plan for the worst. Grandpa, actually, my strength as a physical cultivator came from stealing someone's inheritance. Song Lingrui said, in the Devil's Trial, I accidentally obtained the inheritance of an ancient spiritual beast's remains. However, this inheritance belongs to another relatively powerful organization, the Fire Wolf Gang. This Fire Wolf Gang should have an organization here in the country and abroad. I stole the inheritance that they had deliberately prepared for a long time. Naturally, they did not want to let me go. However, overseas, there was the Overseas Cultivators Association and the mercenary organization to protect me. They weren't willing to make a big fuss, so this matter was left unsettled. This was also the reason why I owed the Overseas Cultivators Association a favor. But just when I thought that this matter was over, I didn't expect them to appear here. It seems that they have been looking for an opportunity. But I didn't expect that the Fire Wolf Gang would have 4 such powerful experts. This is really rare. If they have this strength, they can also take me away by force abroad. So that's what happened. Song Xiangwen nodded after listening. In the end, although Song Lingrui didn't mean it, she still snatched the inheritance of others. It would be strange if they let Song Lingrui go. In fact, Song Lingrui was in the wrong no matter what. However, from the Song family's point of view, Song Xianghua naturally did not want anything to happen to Song Lingrui. After all, he felt that Song Lingrui was actually not responsible. She was just lucky. However, in the world of cultivation, the one with the bigger fist would be the one in the right. Song Xiangwen and Song Xianghua looked at each other and saw the helplessness in each other's eyes. Lingshan, is there really nothing you can do on your side? Xiangwen had no choice but to turn to Lingshan. He hoped that she could give him some ideas. I'll try. Lingshan sighed, preparing to ask Lin Yi. He wanted to see if Lin Yi had any countermeasures and if he could ask for help from the ancient level. I'll go back and make a call. Okay, go ahead. Song Xiangwen nodded. Lingshan went back to her room, sighing as she dialed Lin Yi's number. Lingshan, is everything going well on your side? Lin Yi picked up and asked. Lin Yi, my side, House Song, has encountered a huge problem. Lingshan said. What problem? Tell me. Lin Yi didn't really care. After all, in the world of cultivation, there weren't many things that Lin Yi couldn't handle. He went from being a solo practitioner step by step, to the peak of the world of cultivation. He finally had the day to reap the fruits of his labor. It's like this. Lingshan didn't hide anything and told him about Song Lingrue's situation, including how she wanted to assassinate Lin Yi, and how 4 Sky-class late-phase peak perfection masters came to their door. What? You have a sister? A guest elder of the Overseas Cultivators Association? And to assassinate me? Lin Yi felt that his thoughts were a mess. Lingshan's sister was this strong, a Sky-class late-phase peak physical practitioner. She just got the legacy of some spirit beast. As for the association wanting to kill him, Lin Yi understood. It was understandable. After all, they weren't enemies anymore. But sending Song Lingrue over. Moreover, Song Lingrue was in trouble, and they wanted him to help her? Was there really such a thing? Of course, even if it was mysterious, since it was the silly girl's request, Lin Yi would definitely think of a way to help. But how? 4 Sky-class late-phase peak perfection. Lin Yi didn't have any confidence in dealing with them at all. If it was 1 or 2, Lin Yi might have a chance to defeat them one by one. Wait, Song Lingrue and Song Xianghua were both Sky-class late-phase peak perfection masters. If that's the case, then it's 4 on 4. With the Jade Pendant's buff, I can instantly kill a peak late-stage heaven-rank powerhouse, but I can only injure them, I can't kill them. But if he killed them and let Song Lingrue or Little E kill them, then there would be no doubt. Little One and Song Lingrue were both stronger than ordinary experts at the Great Perfection stage. One was from the 5 Elements sect and was possessed by a ghost, so she was quite powerful. The other was an external expert at the Great Perfection stage, so she was basically the top existence in the cultivation world. Ordinary internal experts at the Great Perfection stage were no match for her. With that thought, Lin Yi calmed down. There shouldn't be a problem. I've already thought of a countermeasure. How about this? I'll go to House Song now and help them deal with this. But to let Song Lingrue fight with peace of mind, don't tell her who I am. I'm afraid she'll be worried, and it won't be good for the fight. As for the other people in House Song, tell them to keep their mouths shut and not reveal my identity. I'm your boyfriend, Ling Yi. Okay, I understand. Thank you, Lin Yi. Lingshan knew that if she were to tell Lingrue that Lin Yi was here to help her, she'd feel a sense of defeat. The person she was supposed to kill was here to help her. Anyone would feel a sense of loss, and it wouldn't be good if she wasn't in a good condition to fight. Lingshan knew that Lingrue wouldn't be in a good condition. As a result, Lin Yi's considerations were very thorough. Chapter 34-24. Lingshan got Lin Yi's confirmation, but she didn't go to the meeting room immediately. She sent a message to her grandpa, telling him not to reveal anything about Lin Yi before heading to the meeting room. Xiangwen received Lingshan's message, and with one look, he knew that Lingshan was asking Lin Yi for help. He was a little confused as to why Lingshan didn't want him to reveal it, but from the looks of it, Lingshan seemed to have found a solution. His furrowed brows relaxed a little. Lingshan, you found a solution? Xiangwen looked at Lingshan, who was walking in. Yes, Grandpa, my boyfriend, Ling Yi, said he has a solution. He'll come and help us. Lingshan nodded and said with certainty. Ah, sis, your boyfriend? He's not my brother-in-law, is he? Isn't he just a Sky-class mid-phase? How can he help us? Isn't he here to die? At this moment, Lingrue actually didn't want that Ling Yi to come. That was equivalent to harming him. She was going to be captured by the Firewolves gang, and this Ling Yi would be considered as a helper for House Song. Ling Shan wouldn't be at a disadvantage if she followed him, so Ling Rui had already given up on the idea of testing Ling Yi. No, he's confident. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have agreed so easily, Ling Shan said. Rui, don't worry, it'll be fine. I see. Ling Rui still didn't believe it. Then when he comes, I'll have to ask him if he has a solution. Xian Gwen trusted Lin Yi a lot. The enemy was strong, but Lin Yi wasn't someone easy to deal with. He must have his reasons for agreeing. With that thought, Xian Gwen said, Xianghua, since Shanshan has a solution, let's go rest. Don't worry about this anymore. Shanshan, your boyfriend. Is he really confident? He's not just trying to please you, is he? Song Xianghua didn't know what kind of person Lin Yi was, so he was puzzled. That's impossible. In the end, I'm the one who threw myself at him. He doesn't need to please me, and he's a man of his word. He'll definitely do what he says. Ling Shan said with certainty. All right then. Song Xianghua nodded. In that case, let's go back first and wait for him to come. Ling Shan said that Lin Yi would be there to help, but there weren't many people in the Song family who were truly at ease. Even Ling Shan herself wasn't that relieved. After all, Lin Yi's strength was there for all to see. What could he possibly do? Ling Shan really didn't understand. The next morning, the Song family woke up very early. Obviously, they did not sleep well. They all had dark circles under their eyes. They sat in the dining room and looked at each other. No one felt that it was funny. Instead, their hearts were incomparably heavy. Big sister, if there's really no other way, I'll just leave with them. I've thought about it. Brother-in-law's strength is simply not enough to contend against them. I'm also a veteran cultivator, and I've never heard of a low-level expert being able to jump levels and fight a consummate expert. This is completely unrealistic and impossible. Although I don't think it's possible, I believe that Ling Yi can definitely do it. Since he said it, then he must have a certain level of confidence. Ling Shan could only keep encouraging her sister. If even she said that she didn't believe that Lin Yi could win, then this battle would be lost without a fight. All right, we'll talk about it when we see him. Although Ling Rui said that, she had already made up her mind. As they were talking, suddenly, a long howl came from the courtyard. Everyone's heart skipped a beat. What was that sound? Those 4 great perfection heaven rank experts couldn't be some powerful monsters they found, right? Ling Shan seemed to have thought of something all of a sudden, and quickly walked out of the dining room to the Song House's courtyard. She saw Lin Yi riding on his purple lightning beast, appearing in the courtyard majestically. Lin Yi received Ling Shan's call last night, and after making some arrangements, he rushed over on his purple thunderbolt beast. The beast was very fast, and Lin Yi arrived in 2 to 3 hours. Ling Yi, you're here. Ling Shan saw Lin Yi, and she didn't know why, but she suddenly felt a sense of security. Yeah, silly girl, you asked me to come. How could I not come? Lin Yi smiled. You're Ling Yi. Ling Rui looked at Lin Yi's arrogant look on his purple thunderbolt beast, and she was a little annoyed. What kind of beast is this? It's actually Earth-class late-phase peak. Haha, you're Rui, right? Shanshan always mentions you to me, Lin Yi smiled. This is the purple thunderbolt beast. It's indeed an Earth-class late-phase peak spirit beast. I know. My sister said that you're confident in fighting those 4 because of this beast, right? Although some spirit beasts can contend with heaven rank experts from a yellow rank onwards, this advantage will gradually weaken as the spirit beast's rank increases. Legend has it that the gap will widen once again when it breaks through to the heaven rank. But even if this spirit beast can help us deal with a heaven rank great perfection expert, it's still not enough. This is only 3 against 4, and there's still 1 less. Don't tell me that you can fight against them too. Feng and I will deal with 1. As for the other one, you'll know when the time comes. You and second grandpa just need to deal with the other 2 perfected masters. Lin Yi smiled and said faintly. So you're saying that you can fight against 2? Ling Rui looked at Lin Yi, feeling that he was asking for a beating. But he was here to help her after all, so Ling Rui didn't get mad and asked patiently. You can think of it that way. Lin Yi nodded. Don't worry, I'll do what I promised Ling Shan. Tiske, forget it if you don't want to say it, Ling Shan pouted. Lin Yi smiled. not taking it to heart. It wasn't that Lin Yi didn't want to say it, but the puppet clone thing was too weird, and normal people wouldn't be able to understand it. It wasn't realistic for Lin Yi to take out the puppet clone. After all, if Lin Yi used the puppet clone, he would need to beg the damn thing. It was fine if it was to fight, but if he took it out to show off, would the damn thing be willing? So Lin Yi decided not to say it, and let them see for themselves. Chapter 34-25. Don't worry, Grandpa Song, I will try my best, but I will not be stupid enough to fight. Lin Yi nodded. In fact, he came here with the same plan. If something happened to Song Lingshan, he would fight to the end. But now it was Song Lingshan's sister, Song Lingrui, who was not so close to Lin Yi. Lin Yi had not even seen her before, and she was ordered to kill Lin Yi. Although Lin Yi did not mind, he would not lose his life for her. Lin Yi had calculated that there would be danger, but he would not die for nothing. That's good. Song Xianguen nodded. Ling Yi, I will bring you to find a room to rest first. Song Lingshan said. Okay. Lin Yi nodded. If it was any other time, Song Lingrui would definitely ask Lin Yi about this and that. She might even challenge Lin Yi to a test. But now, how could she be in the mood? On the contrary, she felt that this brother-in-law was very loyal. Don't be fooled by her disdain on the surface. That was because she did not want to lose. But in her heart, she thought that Ling Yi's relationship with her sister was really good. Don't care about the mistress and the mistress, at least he could help her when she was in trouble. Lin Yi stayed in the Song house. On the first day, the four did not come looking for trouble. The entire Song house was frowning. Even when Lin Yi went to the dining hall to eat, they did not speak much. They did not know what to say. After eating, they hurried back to do their own things. On the second afternoon, outside the Song house, the voice of the Fire Wolf War God No. 5 came again. Song Lingrui, have you thought about it? Are you coming with us, or are we going to kill the Song family and bring you back? Kill the people from the Song family? Lin Yi took the lead and rode the purple electric beast of wind and thunder to the entrance of the Song clan. What a yawn from a toad. How arrogant. Today, if you want to take Xiao Rui away, then you'll have to fight to the death. And who are you? The Fire Wolf War God No. 5 was stunned. He did not expect that someone would appear out of nowhere. However, he was not afraid. The four of them were already top-tier experts. Even if another top-tier expert appeared, they would not be able to change the outcome of the battle. Even if he brought a spirit beast with him, it would only be a spirit beast with the strength of a late Earth-class peak. There was nothing to fear. I'm here to help, Lin Yi said indifferently, revealing his heaven-rank middle-phase strength. And here I thought you were an expert. An insignificant heaven-rank powerhouse dares to clamor in front of me. Have you really not seen the world, or are you just foolishly bold? Fire Wolf War God No. 5 was a little puzzled. Could it be that this person in front of him did not know their strength? Thinking up to this point, the Fire Wolf War God No. 5 waved his hand and the other three revealed their heaven-rank late phase and perfect phase strength. And, generally speaking, my contracted spirit beast and I can become one. After that you will die. Lin Yi nodded and said. What? You are from the Qianshan faction? You can become one with your spirit beast? After hearing Lin Yi's words, the Fire Wolf War God No. 5 was finally moved. He had heard of the Qianshan faction. It was a small faction and they could become one with their spirit beast. However, he had never heard of such a high-level spirit beast and Qianshan faction disciple. Where did this person come from? There's no point in talking. Either get lost or fight. Choose one. Don't waste my time, Lin Yi said indifferently. The Fire Wolf War God No. 5 was a little speechless. Who was this person? He looked so confident. Was he really that powerful? However, from his point of view, even if Lin Yi was one with his spirit beast, he would at most be able to fight against a perfect phase late phase expert. Song Lingrui, Song Xianghua, and the last one could sneak attack the other three. This was a sure win deal. Therefore, he subconsciously thought that Lin Yi was lying. He coldly snorted and said, Since that's the case, if you want to die, then I will fulfill your wish. However, can you represent the Song family? I think the Song family people most likely do not want to die, right? The same goes for the Song family. If we are no match for you, I will naturally go with you. However, it is not my style to give up without a fight. Since you have come here, I believe you know me well, Song Lingrui said faintly. Haha, all right. Everyone get ready. One for each person. I will keep an eye on Song Lingrui. Number 6. You keep an eye on that old man Song Xianghua. Number 7. You keep an eye on this beast and man fusion. Number 8. You make a sneak attack. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 quickly distributed the combat tasks. Song Lingrui and Song Xianghua's expressions froze. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 had already arranged the tasks. If they were to fight, they would definitely be at a disadvantage. Just as they were hesitating, they heard Lin Yi say, "You are really a good person. I was just about to distribute the tasks. You can distribute them first and save me the trouble. All right, little one, come out. That number 8 is yours." Although Lin Yi said that in his heart, he respectfully said to the puppet in the jade space, "Senior Ghost, I will have to trouble you this time." And little one nodded and then suddenly appeared in front of the Fire Wolf War God number 5 and the others from the jade space. Everyone present was shocked. Where did this person come from? Why did he seem to appear out of thin air? And this person's aura was so strong. He was actually a Sky-class late-phase peak Great Perfection Master. And the situation on the field had suddenly changed from 4 to 3 to 4. It was really hard to tell who would win and who would lose. If Lin Yi could really become one with the beast. Song Lingrui and Song Xianghua were very excited at this moment. This Ling Shan's boyfriend, Ling Yi, was indeed not bragging. He really had a trump card. Humph. So what if he has a helper? Attack. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 looked at Lin Yi and was not too worried. For against 4, he felt that Lin Yi would definitely be the first to die. As long as one died, it would be easy for the people behind him. Song Lingrui and Song Xianghua were worried at the beginning, but now they were full of fighting spirit. They each locked onto number 5 and number 6. This was a battle between the top masters. Very quickly, the 4 of them started fighting. And little one went to attack number 8. However, what made Lin Yi disappointed was that little one's previous skills could not be used at all. Now, he could only rely on his strength to attack number 8. Chapter 34-26. On the other side, number 8 and little 2 were locked in a stalemate, but it was difficult to determine the winner in a short time. Facing number 7, Lin Yi didn't dare to use the 11th move of the frenzied 8 trigrams fiery palm. Although Lin Yi had calculated that he would use a martial technique with the Essence Necklace's attack enhancement, it wouldn't be able to instantly kill an expert at the consummate level. It would only be able to seriously injure him. If he were to defend, even a serious injury wouldn't be enough. However, after Lin Yi used the 11th move, his chi would be weakened to a certain extent. He would need to recover for a while. Hence, Lin Yi brought the purple electric beast with him. The purple electric beast had 2 strengths. One was the thunder and lightning martial technique, and the other was escaping. Today, Lin Yi's chances of winning depended on these 2 moves. "Little Feng, help me kill him," Lin Yi ordered. Roar, roar, roar. Little Feng roared 3 times and received Lin Yi's order. Suddenly, his horn began to crackle with electricity, and a huge thunderbolt struck number 7 not far in front of him. Number 7 was shocked. Although his strength was superb, he had never seen such a strange spirit beast that could actually use thunder and lightning martial techniques. If he was struck by it, the consequences would be hard to say. However, even though he wanted to dodge, the purple electric storm beast seemed to be able to control the direction of the lightning. The lightning struck right in the direction that number 7 was trying to dodge, directly striking him like a bolt out of the blue. In an instant, number 7 was breakdancing on the spot. Although this electric shock couldn't electrocute number 7 to death, he still reacted normally. Frenzied 8 trigrams fiery palm, 11th move. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Lin Yi used the 11th move of the frenzied 8 trigrams fiery palm and smashed number 7's chest while he was defenseless. Boom! The huge force sent number 7, who was still breakdancing, flying. He landed on the ground in the distance and spat out a mouthful of blood. It was obvious that number 7 had suffered serious injuries. Although the fight between Lin Yi and number 7 was shocking, The other 3 Fire Wolf War Gods didn't have the energy to watch the show. Their opponents were also top-notch experts of the same level. A moment of distraction could cause them to fall into an irrecoverable situation. Who would dare to watch the show? Xiaofeng. Let's look at the situation. If this person is fine, then when he chases after us, you run. Lin Yi lowered his voice and said to the purple electric tempest beast, but don't let him catch up. The purple electric tempest beast readily nodded its head. It thought to itself, an uninjured consummate expert might not be able to outrun it, but an injured soft-footed shrimp, what's there to be afraid of? Number 7 struggled to get up from the ground. He was about to go crazy. When he was hit just now, he couldn't control his entire body. Even when he saw Lin Yi attack him, he couldn't do anything because he was in a state of being electrocuted. Therefore, he could only take Lin Yi's slap head-on. Previously, he thought that Lin Yi was just a heaven middle stage expert. Even if he used his strongest martial art, it would only be around the 15th move. He could still take it head-on. And when he heard Lin Yi say that it was the 11th move of frenzy, there was no problem at all. He thought that this person was actually so arrogant and pretentious. If he didn't use the 15th move, he would use the 11th move. How could he not take advantage of such a good opportunity? Therefore he calmly accepted it, and then the Fire Wolf War God number 7 felt as if his internal organs had been displaced. Not only that, but his bones and meridians had also been damaged. At this moment, he could only use the power of a heaven-rank middle-stage powerhouse, and that was already pretty good. However, even if he was injured now, Lin Yi didn't dare to underestimate him. At this moment, Lin Yi's physical strength was very weak. After observing that the guy in front of him actually only had the strength of a heaven middle stage expert, Lin Yi calmed down and ordered Little Wind, "Chase after him!" Roar, roar, roar. Little Wind responded and quickly ran towards number 7 with Lin Yi. In fact, with number 7's remaining strength, Lin Yi's Frenzy 8 trigrams Palm's 9th move or even 8th move could end his life. However, Lin Yi didn't do that. Instead, he carefully activated the Frenzy 8 trigrams Palm's 10th move. The power of the 10th move could kill a heaven late stage expert. Therefore, facing number 7, who only had the strength of a heaven middle stage expert, even if he used all his strength to defend, he would definitely die. Sure enough, when he saw Lin Yi coming over again, number 7 suddenly became nervous. He didn't dare to be careless anymore. At this moment, it was more important to save his life. He quickly used the mantra to protect his body. He didn't understand how Lin Yi's martial arts could cause so much damage to him. Was it because he was electrocuted and didn't guard against it? Frenzy 8 trigrams Palm's 10th move. Lin Yi hit number 7's chest with his palm. Number 7 couldn't escape even if he wanted to because Lin Yi's mount was too fast. He was also injured. How could he dodge? He could only use his chi to protect his body. However, the result was regrettable. With a loud bang, number 7 was directly killed by Lin Yi. He finally understood one thing when he died: how powerful the human-beast fusion was. However, it was already too late. In fact, Lin Yi's human-beast fusion was not the human-beast fusion. It was just a trick to fool them. Although the Fire Wolf War God number 5, number 6, and no. 8 were locked in a fierce battle with Song Lingrui, Song Xianghua, and Little One, they still managed to catch a glimpse of number 7's death. They were shocked. No wonder Lin Yi, a heaven middle stage expert, dared to be arrogant. It seemed that he was a capable person. On his side, he was still carrying out a probing attack. Lin Yi had already finished the battle and Little 7 was dead. Senior Ghost, is Little 7's corpse useful? Can it be used to make a puppet clone? Lin Yi couldn't help but ask the ghost in the space of the jade pendant. However, the ghost was sleeping and ignored Lin Yi. As for Little One, Lin Yi didn't dare to disturb him. He could only wait. After continuously activating the 11th and 10th moves of the Frenzy 8 trigrams Palm, Lin Yi's physical strength and chi were all exhausted. At this moment, he had to rest and recover. Little Wind, if someone attacks me later, run. Lin Yi whispered to Little Wind. Roar, roar, roar. Little Wind also roared 3 times, indicating that he already understood. Chapter 34-27. Lin Yi killed number 7. On the other side, Fire Wolf War God number 5, number 6, and number 8 were no longer as arrogant and confident as before. Previously, Fire Wolf War God number 5 wanted number 8 to launch a sneak attack. Now they were praying that Lin Yi would not launch a sneak attack from behind. However, after waiting for a while, they saw that Lin Yi was still waiting there and did not attack. They suddenly felt a little strange. Why did Lin Yi not launch a sneak attack? Could it be that this guy was one with the beast, so his way of thinking was different from other cultivators? Did he believe in the spirit of chivalry? Not launching a sneak attack or something. From the looks of it, it was really possible. Because Lin Yi was also riding a spirit beast, which was quite similar to a knight. Maybe it was true. After Lin Yi killed one person, he did not attack anymore. That was really a big idiot. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 calmed down and started to fight with Song Lingrui. As long as Lin Yi's one with the beast did not cause trouble, he had nothing to worry about. Thinking of this, Fire Wolf War God number 5 used their own secret signal to inform number 6 and number 8, telling them to attack boldly and not worry about Lin Yi's sneak attack. Because if he wanted to sneak attack, he would have done it long ago. Ha ha ha. Fire Wolf War God number 5 looked at Song Lingrui in front of him. Don't think that someone will help you. Song Lingrui, although our strength is about the same, do you know? External experts have an obvious weakness. That is, they don't have true chi, they only have physical strength. That's why you don't have the endurance of physical strength and true chi at the same time. Although you are stronger than other perfect perfection heaven rank late phase experts, I am not weak either. I am a well-known existence among perfect perfection heaven rank late phase experts. That idiot is one with the spirit of chivalry. He will not launch a sneak attack. After defeating number 7, he will only stand there foolishly. Humph. How do you know so much? What do you know? Although Song Lingrui said this, she was actually very curious. What did this brother-in-law mean? Why did he just stand there and watch? Why didn't he help? Song Lingrui did not believe that Ling Yi had any chivalry, but she could not understand why. Ling Shan, on the other hand, understood Lin Yi very well. As far as she could tell, Lin Yi must have run out of chi and stamina, and that was why he was resting there. Once Lin Yi recovered, it'd be time for him to shine again. And so, after seeing Lin Yi take out a 7, Ling Shan's heart calmed down. There was an 80% chance that they'd win today. It was just a matter of time. But she didn't dare say anything. The fewer people who knew about this, the more Lin Yi would be able to catch them off guard. So she kept her mouth shut, watching the fight nervously. Lin Yi quickly recovered his chi, channeling the 3rd stage of the art of dragon mastery to the maximum. Time passed, second by second, and Lin Yi's chi was recovering rapidly. Finally, Lin Yi's chi was at its peak, but Lin Yi did not attack immediately. Instead, he placed his hand on Feng's body and started transferring chi to the purple thunderbolt beast. The purple thunderbolt beast had used the thunderbolt technique before, and it had used up quite a lot of chi. Although it said that it could use it 2 to 3 times depending on whether it used its full strength or not, it was using its full strength now, so it could only use it twice. But, although the purple thunderbolt beast could use the thunderbolt one more time, Lin Yi couldn't let it run out of chi. What if it wanted to escape? And so, Lin Yi had to make sure that it had enough chi at all times. And so, Lin Yi started replenishing the purple thunderbolt beast's chi. Fortunately, Fire Wolf War God 5, 6, and 8 were being held back by Song Lingrui and the others, and wouldn't attack Lin Yi for now. Finally, Feng's chi recovered to its peak, and Lin Yi smiled coldly. He patted Feng's neck and looked coldly at Song Xianghua, who was fighting Little Six. This person was Lin Yi's second target. Looking at the whole battlefield, Song Xianghua was at a slight disadvantage. The 6th Fire Wolf War God was an expert second only to the 5th Fire Wolf. Although Song Xianghua was also at the peak of the late phase of the heaven rank, there was still a gap between him and the 6th Fire Wolf. Although it wasn't particularly obvious, he would still be at a disadvantage after a long time. Even if he could hold on, he would still be the one who lost in the end. And on Song Lingrui's side, she was still very relaxed. And on Little One's side, although it was only a draw with number 7, he wasn't at a disadvantage, so there was no need for Lin Yi to intervene. Feng, this time, will get rid of number 6, who is fighting Song Xianghua's second grandfather. Understand? Lin Yi instructed Feng. Roar, roar,
Roar.
Feng replied.
All right, start hacking him.
Lin Yi said.
Boom.
A lightning bolt condensed on the purple thunderbolt beast's horn, and then turned into a thunderbolt, directly falling on number 6's head. Because number 6 was fighting Song Xianghua, he didn't expect the purple thunderbolt beast to hack him. He was feeling good at the moment because after a round of exchanges, he finally had the upper hand. If he was given a little more time, he was confident that he could defeat Song Xianghua. But his beautiful thoughts had already become a fantasy. He screamed, and like number 7 before, he began to break dance on the spot. Flaming 8 trigrams palm 11th form. Lin Yi took the opportunity to quickly activate the flaming 8 trigrams palm 11th form, smashing it towards the back of number 6 heart. Song Xianghua, this old fox, was not a kind person. When he saw Lin Yi begin to exert his strength, he was ready to attack with a lightning bolt from his mount. Previously, he had been conserving his strength and true qi. Song Lingrui, Little One, and him were the weakest, so he didn't dare to use his full strength right from the start, so he was at a disadvantage. But he finally found the right opportunity, used all the strength in his body, and activated his strongest martial skill. Blue Sea Shocks the Heavens, 20th form. A white mist directly covered the top of number 6's head, and Lin Yi's flaming 8 trigrams palm 11th form also happened to hit him.
Boom.
Although this palm did not have the Essence Necklace's attack bonus, it still made the Fire Wolf War God number 6 very uncomfortable. Not only that, but Song Xianwen's martial skill also followed up. Chapter 34-28. Not long after, the Fire Wolf War God number 6 turned into charcoal. It fell hard to the ground, no longer breathing. Obviously, it had died under the joint attack of Lin Yi and Song Xianghua.
Ha 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 ha.
Song Xianghua laughed heartily. Although he had exhausted all of his true qi, he was also very excited. He had finally killed his opponent. Now, there were only 2 enemy experts left on the field. And these 2 had their own people restraining them, so Song Xianghua was not worried that they would suddenly turn around and attack him. Wasn't Lin Yi watching from the side? Therefore, Song Xianghua swaggered back to his house, sat cross-legged in front of his house, and began to cultivate, recovering his qi. However, he was different from Lin Yi. He did not have the Jade Pendant Space or the Art of Dragon Mastery, these 2 killer weapons. Therefore, the time it took for him to recover his qi was very slow. If he knew that Lin Yi was in the same situation as him, even if he was not as weak, he would still have exhausted a lot of qi. He would not have dared to be so arrogant. However, in his opinion, Lin Yi could continuously use powerful martial arts techniques in such a short period of time. He was definitely a very strong existence. It was impossible for him to run out of qi. However, Lin Yi could still use the 10th move of the Frenzy 8 trigrams palm. Moreover, it was not the attack bonus of the Essence Energy Necklace, so the damage was not as great as the attack bonus. Lin Yi thought about it. He should be able to cooperate with the Purple Electric Tempest Beast again to kill the Fire Wolf War God number 8. However, it was a little risky. If he could not kill it, Little One would not be able to cooperate with him to kill the Fire Wolf War God number 8. Then, Lin Yi would be in danger. At that time, the Purple Electric Tempest Beast would not be able to help Lin Yi escape. He would also be out of qi and could not use his full strength to kill the Fire Wolf War God number 8. Wouldn't that be dangerous? It was too risky. Lin Yi could not guarantee that the Fire Wolf War God number 8 would not retaliate with full force after being attacked. Hence, Lin Yi decided to recover his qi first. Circulating the Art of Dragon Mastery once again, Lin Yi greedily absorbed the spiritual qi of heaven and earth in the space of the Jade Pendant. On the other side, Song Lingrui and the Fire Wolf War God number 5, and Little One and the Fire Wolf War God number 8 were locked in battle. Lin Yi stopped once again and did not continue fighting. This caused the Fire Wolf War God number 5 to be puzzled. What was Lin Yi's strategy? Why did he stop after defeating the Fire Wolf War God 6? Could it be that he had used up all of his true qi? But that wasn't right either. The first time he defeated the Fire Wolf War God number 7, Lin Yi also stood there for a long time, not knowing what he was doing. But then he attacked again and defeated the Fire Wolf War God number 6. It was impossible to say that Lin Yi had used up all of his true qi. This was because the Fire Wolf War God number 5 had never heard of any cultivator who could recover their true chi so quickly. Moreover, he did not see Lin Yi consume any medicinal pills. It was just that Lin Yi just stood there motionlessly, causing the Fire Wolf War God number 5 to feel a little afraid. He wanted to end the battle quickly. However, his opponent was Song Lingrui. She was also an expert at the peak of the late stage of Heaven stage. But the opponent was a physical expert, and they were evenly matched. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 did not have the slightest chance of winning. It would be great if he could have a godly weapon in his hands. Fire Wolf War God number 5 sighed. Compared to those ancient sects that had thousands of years of heritage, the Fire Wolf War God number 5 was still lacking a lot. Among the Fire Wolf War Gods in the Fire Wolf War God number 5, his strength was ranked 5th, but he did not even have a suitable divine weapon. However, only number 1 and number 2 had divine weapons. Even number 3 and number 4 did not have any. Hence, number 5's heart was still a little more balanced. Luckily, Song Lingrui and Song Xianghua did not have any either. Otherwise, his side would really be at a disadvantage. Of course, this was also due to the fact that the foundation of the Overseas Cultivators Association was still too shallow. The entire Overseas Cultivators Association was founded by He Luan. Although he had been doing his best to plunder and purchase godly weapons in the past few years, godly weapons were too rare in the current world. Not every heaven rank expert had one. The few divine weapons that the Overseas Cultivators Association had were all for He Luodong, his son, and the vice president. It was not even for an elder or a guest elder like Song Lingrui. Just like Elder Wang and Elder Chen who came here to carry out the mission to kill Tang Yuqi, they did not have any divine weapons on them. However, the two of them were evenly matched. This made the Fire Wolf War God number 5 very depressed. If he did not take down Song Lingrui as soon as possible, they would all be wiped out today. Lin Yi did not make a move. If he did, it would definitely be the death of another expert on his side. If it was not him, then it would be number 8. In fact, the Fire Wolf War God number 8 was also puzzled. Why did Lin Yi not make a move? Could it be that Lin Yi still had the night spirit? Just now, he only made a move because he saw that Song Xianghua was at a disadvantage. As for himself and number 5, they were evenly matched. Was that why Lin Yi did not make a move? Thinking about it, this was the only possibility. He really could not think of any other reason. On Lin Yi's side, he had finally recovered his strength and chi. Then, he began to restore the purple electric tempest beast's strength and chi. After both of them had sufficient strength and chi, Lin Yi's third target fell on number 1's opponent, the Fire Wolf War God number 8. Number 1's fighting style made Lin Yi very depressed. It was fine if the puppet avatar did not know how to use number 1's heaven-class weapon. After all, everyone's divine weapons needed to be used with their own mental cultivation method. It was reasonable that the ghost did not know number 1's mental cultivation method. However, what made Lin Yi most depressed was that even if it did not know how to use number 1's mental cultivation method, the ghost should have its own mental cultivation method, right? Couldn't it use martial arts? It actually fought head-on with the Fire Wolf War God number 8. If it was the previous number 1, this number 8 would have died long ago, right? Little Feng, let's get ready. Finish off number 8 who is fighting number 1. Lin Yi instructed the purple electric tempest beast. Roar, roar, roar. The purple electric tempest beast roared 3 times, indicating that it understood. Suddenly, its horn began to flicker with electric light. This situation caused the Fire Wolf War God number 5 and number 8 to be shocked. Was he going to electrocute someone again? However, they were evenly matched with the opponent, and the opponent did not show any signs of weakness. Why did Lin Yi help? This changed his mind? Boom! Chapter 34-29. He did want to dodge, but he was fighting with little one. How could he have the energy to dodge? Besides, even if he wanted to dodge, with the speed of the purple electric tempest beast, he might not be able to. Exclamation point. Raging Fire 8 Trigrams Palm. 11th form. Lin Yi quickly activated his strongest martial arts technique. This technique did not have the attack bonus of the Profound Chi necklace, but it was enough to seriously injure the Fire Wolf War God number 8. Little one, hit him, hit him with martial arts. Lin Yi took this opportunity and shouted to Little One. However, Little One looked up at Lin Yi and still used his fist to punch the Fire Wolf War God number 8. He did not follow Lin Yi's instructions and activated the martial arts technique. This made Lin Yi very speechless. With this kind of fighting style, how many times would it take to kill the number 8 in front of him? Even if the strength was great, it was far worse than a martial arts technique. Originally, Lin Yi could continue to activate the 10th form of the Raging Fire 8 Trigrams Palm, which was equivalent to the 11th form of the Raging Fire 8 Trigrams Palm. He would let the Purple Electric Tempest Beast attack the Fire Wolf War God number 5 with lightning, and then Lin Yi would use the 11th form of the Raging Fire 8 Trigrams Palm. Song Ling Rui would use her strongest martial arts technique, and Little One would help again. Then, the number 5 would die without a doubt. Lin Yi could recover his and Little Win's strength after that, and it would save some fighting time. But now it seemed that Little One did not know how to activate the martial arts technique. If Lin Yi did not continue to attack, it would still be troublesome when the Fire Wolf War God number 8 recovered. Helplessly, Lin Yi could only give up on his previous plan. He had to follow the prescribed order. Once again, he struck the Fire Wolf War God number 8's back with the 10th move of the Frenzied Fire 8 Trigram Palm. Only then did he kill him. However, Lin Yi's physical strength and true chi had already been exhausted. He could see that this puppet avatar looked very powerful, but it was not practical. It did not know any martial skills, but it could be restrained, but to injure the enemy was indeed a bit troublesome. However, this was not the time to think about this. Lin Yi's top priority was to restore his physical strength as soon as possible so that he would have sufficient physical strength to face the last enemy. He frantically entered the space of the Jade Pendant and began to absorb energy, while Little One went to help Song Ling Rui. Even though Song Ling Rui had Little One's help, she was still not the Fire Wolf War God number 5. This was because at this moment, Song Ling Rui's physical strength was showing signs of exhaustion. The Fire Wolf War God No. 5 had the upper hand, but he was not happy at all. If it was before, he would have been very excited. However, all the people he brought were dead, and he was the only one left. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 already had the intention to retreat. It was absolutely impossible for him to bring Song Ling Rui away today, so his life was more important. However, with the current situation, could he escape? If it was only Song Ling Rui, it was still okay. After all, Song Ling Rui's physical strength was beginning to weaken. However, Little One joined the battle, causing the Fire Wolf War God number 5 to be a little flustered. Besides, there was still Lin Yi watching from the side. He did not know when Lin Yi and his spirit beast would attack. The Fire Wolf War God number 5 was also very confused. If Lin Yi joined the battle now, he would definitely die. However, Lin Yi did not come. This made him feel that something was wrong, but he could not figure it out and did not have the time to think about it. All his energy was focused on fighting Song Ling Rui and Little One. Originally, Song Ling Rui was already at a disadvantage. However, with the addition of Little One, very soon, the two of them were suppressing the Fire Wolf War God number 5. Fire Wolf War God number 5 complained incessantly. If they knew that there was such a powerful human-beast unity cultivator in the Chinese cultivation world, and that he was the helper of the Song family, they would have asked around before coming. Now, they did not manage to bring Song Ling Rui away. They were slapped and slapped by this human-beast unity guy, and 3 of them died. He was puzzled. How could this person be so powerful? Every time, it was a lightning strike from his spirit beast and 2 slaps from his palm. Number 7 and number 8 died. Even if it was a great perfection expert, he had never heard of anyone who could defeat an expert of the same level in 3 moves. However, it happened in front of him, and he had no choice but to believe it. Lin Yi's physical strength and chi were quickly recovering. This time, Lin Yi did not need to rush to recover the Purple Electric Tempest Beast's physical strength and chi. As long as he used 1 lightning strike and 2 wildfire 8 trigram palms, then Lin Yi would definitely be able to kill the Fire Wolf War God number 5. Little Feng, get ready. Lin Yi instructed Little Feng. Roar, roar, roar. The Purple Electric Tempest Beast roared 3 times, indicating that it understood. It was also a little excited, knowing that it was facing the last enemy. Its horn began to flicker with electricity again. Hearing the roar of the Purple Electric Tempest Beast, the Fire Wolf War God number 5 was shocked. He lost his balance and almost fell to the ground. Was it going to start again? My life is over. He knew that Lin Yi would definitely make a move, but he did not know when. Seeing the electric current flickering on the purple electric tempest beast's horn, at this moment, he suddenly understood something. That's right, maybe Lin Yi had to wait for a while each time because his spirit beast could not continuously use martial arts. This kind of lightning martial arts was a bit rare, and it probably needed a while to recover. He did not think that it was Lin Yi. After all, Lin Yi was a cultivator like him, so he did not think too much about it. But spirit beasts were different. However, he did not know that his thoughts were already very close. Even if he was close, he could not escape the final fate. Boom! A bolt of lightning struck down and hit the Fire Wolf War God No. 5's head. This time, he did not even have the thought of dodging. He was already disheartened. He stood in the same spot, waiting for the lightning to come. Song Lingrui and Little One also took this opportunity to attack the Fire Wolf War God No. 5. At the same time, Little Feng had already brought him to the back of the Fire Wolf War God No. 5. Frenzy 8 trigrams palm. 11th move. Lin Yi quickly activated his strongest martial arts technique, but this move still did not have the Essence Necklace's attack bonus. But it did not matter. Lin Yi immediately activated the Frenzy 8 trigrams palm's 10th move. And the 10th move had the Essence Necklace's attack bonus, which was equivalent to the 11th move of the Frenzy 8 trigrams palm. Chapter 34:30. Fu. Lin Yi let out a long breath. He was about to use the chant to recover the lost qi in his body when suddenly, Lin Yi felt an uncontrollable hunger in his meridians. Lin Yi's energy had been drained the last few times, but this was the first time he craved to recover his energy as quickly as he did now. This feeling was familiar to Lin Yi. It was the feeling when he was about to break through the level barrier and needed a large amount of heaven and earth qi. Lin Yi had experienced this feeling before, just like that time when he attended the meeting of the hidden houses. It was the same situation back then, and when he replenished his energy, the breakthrough he had been looking forward to for a long time came one after another. Lin Yi knew that it was inevitable to crave for heaven and earth qi, so Lin Yi quickly continued to use the art of dragon mastery, allowing the energy and the space in the jade to rush into his meridians. Slowly, Lin Yi's qi was replenished, and the replenishment didn't stop. Instead, it became more and more frenzied as he channeled the chant. This. Mr. Ling Yi, what's going on? Originally, House Song should be quite happy that the 4 super enemies were killed, but now, Lin Yi's face was suddenly very red, as if he was about to burn. This made House Song worried. However, Song Lingshan understood Lin Yi. She saw Lin Yi's situation and could roughly guess what was going on. Grandpa, second grandpa, Ling Yi seems to be breaking through. Let's not disturb him and protect him. Yes, that's true. Some spiritual practitioners are like this when they are about to break through. Song Xianghua was reminded by Song Lingrui and nodded. If that's the case, then let's protect Mr. Ling Yi together. Song Lingrui was a physical practitioner. She looked at Lin Yi curiously. This person seemed to be quite strong, especially his human-beast fusion ultimate move. Looks like sister's eyesight is pretty good. Now, Song Lingrui was completely convinced. She no longer dared to say that she wanted to test Ling Yi. Ling Shan said that she didn't want to hurt her, and it was true. Not to mention anything else, with a lightning strike and 2 more palm strikes, even if Song Lingrui didn't die, she definitely wouldn't be able to live. This was the situation before Ling Yi broke through. If he broke through and became a peak heaven rank middle stage expert, wouldn't he be even more powerful? Thinking about it, Song Lingrui felt a little scared. Luckily, I didn't provoke him. However, my attitude towards him didn't seem to be very good before. I wonder if this brother-in-law will bear a grudge? Moreover, apart from these, there was also that strange guy called Little E. At this moment, this person was like a pillar standing beside Lin Yi. No one knew where he came from, but he had the power of a peak late-stage heaven rank powerhouse. Obviously, Lin Yi had brought them here as well. Lin Yi didn't have time to explain to them. Since Ling Shan had already explained, there was no problem. He could just focus on breaking through and leveling up. At this moment, A warm current flowed from the space in the jade into Lin Yi's body. It started from his dantian and spread throughout his body. What followed was a burning sensation as if his meridians were on fire. However, Lin Yi wasn't worried. This wasn't the first time he felt this way. He was already used to it. After that, the burning sensation intensified. Lin Yi felt that starting from his meridians, his whole body was on fire. Even so, Lin Yi gritted his teeth and persevered. Lin Yi was too familiar with this feeling. The feeling before a breakthrough. The more painful it was, the closer he was to breaking through. Beads of sweat rolled down Lin Yi's forehead. The pain was getting stronger and stronger. However, Lin Yi was very excited. As Lin Yi's pain deepened, the energy in the air gathered and circled above Lin Yi's head, forming an extremely weak whirlpool. It resonated with Lin Yi's qi and circulated around Lin Yi's body. It spun faster and faster, and Lin Yi's body temperature rose as well. At this moment, a large amount of pure energy poured into Lin Yi's body from the space in the jade. Finally, a loud explosion sounded in Lin Yi's ears. His whole body trembled, and his meridians seemed to explode. At this moment, Lin Yi knew that he had broken through. Peak middle phase of heaven class. Lin Yi now had the strength of peak middle phase of heaven class. Who knew if he could use the 12th form of fire Bagua Palm? Would it be able to instantly kill a peak late-stage heaven realm expert? Lin Yi was looking forward to it. Lin Yi opened his eyes and nodded to the people beside him with a smile. Ling Rui, Xian Guen, Xianghua, and Ling Shan all felt the change in Lin Yi's strength. From Sky Class Middle Phase, he had directly advanced to Sky Class Middle Phase Peak. Congratulations, Mr. Ling Yi. In the future, it won't be difficult for Mr. Ling Yi to kill Peak Late Phase Heaven Class Masters in one hit. Xianghua said sincerely. This Ling Yi was really strong. If it wasn't for him, House Song would have been wiped out. And the result of Lin Yi's appearance was the complete annihilation of the enemy. It's hard to say. Lin Yi shook his head. He didn't test it. Who knew if he could successfully activate the 12th form of Fire Bagua Palm? Of course, if he could activate it, and it had an attack bonus, there was still hope for him to kill Peak Late Phase Heaven Class Masters in one hit. Ling Yi, thank you so much. You've helped House Song so much. Ling Shan said gratefully. Lin Yi didn't disappoint her once again. I was just lucky. Lin Yi smiled. Plus, how could I not care about your matters? Now, can you formally introduce your sister and second grandpa? Yes. Ling Shan nodded quickly. The Song family hadn't been in a good mood before, and Lin Yi had only told them about their identity and strength. Now that the Song family was in a good mood, they all cooperated with Lin Yi. Hello, brother-in-law. It's nice to meet you. My name is Song Ling Rui. You can also call me Rui. Ling Rui politely extended her hand to Lin Yi. As the saying goes, a sister-in-law is half of a brother-in-law's butt. You have to protect me like you protect your butt. Chapter 34-31. Man, I can't blame you for being so cocky. It's true that no one in the world of practitioners is your match. Song Ling Rui nodded in agreement. Ling Yi, you're Shanshan's boyfriend, so you have to protect me from now on. Song Xianghua smiled. I'm returning to my hometown now, so if the Foreign Practitioners Association comes looking for me, you have to help me. No problem. Lin Yi nodded. Haha, Shanshan, this boyfriend of yours is pretty good. It's your fortune, and also House Song's fortune. Song Xianghua teased. Grandpa. Ling Shan blushed a little, but she seemed to enjoy it. Ling Shan, you guys clean up the battlefield. I'm going to rest. Don't throw away these bodies for now, Lin Yi said. Okay. Ling Shan nodded. She knew that Lin Yi had just broken through, and he needed to consolidate his strength. Lin Yi waved at Little One and brought him back to the Song House's guest room. After entering the room, Lin Yi closed the door and waved his hand, and Little E was put into the jade space. Little E was in a very strange state right now. He wasn't a living person, but he wasn't completely dead either. That was why Lin Yi's jade space didn't have any restrictions on entry. Senior Ghost, what's wrong with you today? It's fine if you don't know how to use Little Yi's sky-class weapon, but why aren't you using your skills? Lin Yi asked with a bitter smile. Today's battle was also a freak accident. If that thing knew how to use martial arts or heaven-level divine weapons, then today's battle wouldn't have lasted for so long. But at the same time, Lin Yi didn't have the opportunity to break through. Humph. Don't ask what you shouldn't ask. Little E, who was possessed by the ghost soul, humphed. This puppet is too weak, it can't use my skills. His body isn't strong enough. Lin E paused. Little E was a top existence in the world of practitioners. Even if he wasn't as strong as Lin E, he was still a disciple of the Five Elements sect. However, he was still a disciple of the Five Elements sect, and his overall strength was a level higher than other practitioners at the peak of the late phase of Sky Class, but the ghost said that it was too inferior. This made Lin E very depressed. This meant that the main body of the ghost was how strong must it be. Alright, then what about the other Sky Class late phase peak masters? Do you need to make them into puppets? Lin E asked. It's useless. I'll just throw it away. Just making one drained a lot of my primordial spirit. It wasn't easy for me to recover some of my primordial spirit's power. I don't want to waste it. The ghost said impatiently. All right, don't disturb me. I'm going to sleep. Okay. Lin E had no choice but to nod and agree. The ghostly thing stopped talking. Lin E also began to circulate the third stage of the art of dragon mastery, and began to consolidate his strength. He had just broken through today, so Lin E didn't try to activate his martial skills. It would be easier for him to succeed after he had consolidated his strength. Because he had solved the problem of the Song family, Lin E felt more at ease when consolidating his strength. He didn't have to worry about any sudden incidents. At least for the next few days, it was peaceful. Even if the bosses behind those people found out that they had lost contact with the 4 Fire Wolf War Immortals, it would still be a matter of a few days before they came to look for them. Lin E quickly circulated the mantra, intending to consolidate his strength as soon as possible. Because Lin E was looking forward to the 12th move, Frenzy 8 Trigrams Palm. The higher the level of the Frenzy Fire 8 Trigrams Palm, the harder it was to activate. However, its power also gradually increased. In the past, it was only equivalent to 6 levels higher than ordinary martial techniques. But now it was more than 6 levels. Therefore, the higher the level, the harder it was to activate. However, if it was truly activated, it would be a rather powerful existence. Of course, this was also thanks to the Frenzy Fire Fist martial skill above the 10th level. The Frenzy Fire Fist itself was stronger than other ordinary martial skills. The first 10 moves were basically 1 level higher than ordinary martial skills. However, after the 10th move, it was not just 1 level higher, it was even 2 levels, 3 levels and 4 levels higher. He had to admit that the Frenzy Fire Fist was truly a powerful martial skill. As for the 5 Elements 8 Trigrams Palm, although it was powerful, it only had 10 moves. At the 10th move it would be the end. Therefore, no matter how powerful it was only an invincible existence under the Earth stage. However, no one would have thought that Lin E would have an omnipotent martial skill. By combining the two together, he could activate the even more powerful Frenzy Fire 8 Trigrams Palm. Its power was simply unimaginable. This was also the reason why Lin Yi's enemies suffered so much. Because they didn't think of it, how could they be on guard? However, the next thing that happened made Lin Yi a little shocked. Along with the circulation of the mental cultivation method, Lin Yi's body's demand for heaven and earth spiritual energy seemed to be increasing. And the hunger that he had before breaking through came again. This hunger was getting stronger and stronger, which made Lin Yi a little shocked. It couldn't be? Could it be that he had just broken through and he was going to break through again? This was completely unrealistic. Lin Yi hurriedly wanted to stop the circulation of the mental cultivation method. However, although Lin Yi stopped the circulation of the mental cultivation method in his heart, in reality, the circulation of the mental cultivation method in his body didn't stop at all. Instead, he couldn't stop it at all. At this moment, Lin Yi discovered that the huge energy in the jade space was surging into his body from all directions at an extremely fast speed. This sudden change made Lin Yi suddenly shocked. What was going on? Why did it feel like he had lost control of his mental cultivation method? Could it be that the breakthrough just now wasn't complete, so he had to continue breaking through now? However, this feeling gave Lin Yi a familiar feeling, as if he had encountered it before. The energy surged into Lin Yi's body endlessly. In an instant, Lin Yi almost had a feeling that his body was about to explode. But there was no other way. He had already stopped the circulation of the mental cultivation method, but it was of no use. Wait. Lin Yi suddenly thought of another possibility. That was the breakthrough of the mental cultivation method. Chapter 34-32. So it was a double breakthrough. Thinking of this, Lin Yi also calmed down, allowing the energy around him to flow into his body. At this moment, Lin Yi's body was like a magnet, constantly absorbing the energy around him, and the energy in Lin Yi's body was increasing. Gradually, Lin Yi felt that his body could no longer withstand the huge amount of energy, and then his whole body exploded like a firecracker. With a loud bang, the clothes on his body instantly turned into charred pieces, flying in all directions. Breakthrough. Lin Yi did not expect that he would advance to the Art of Dragon Mastery's third stage in such a short time. It seemed like there was not much time left until the second stage of the Art of Dragon Mastery was completed, right? However, a breakthrough was a good thing, but the problem that troubled Lin Yi was, when could he open the fourth stone door? In the past, Lin Yi's mental cultivation method had not reached this level, so he did not think too much about it. After all, it was useless to think about things that had not been achieved yet. But now that the mental cultivation method had broken through to the Art of Dragon Mastery, it meant that he could cultivate the fourth stage of the Art of Dragon Mastery. If he had the fourth stage, other than speeding up the speed of cultivation, healing and recovery of his physical strength, what other benefits would it bring? And what kind of benefits would there be in the fourth stone door? Something like an all-purpose martial technique, jade pendant refining, or divine weapon forging. Lin Yi was very much looking forward to it. However, it was useless to look forward to it. Currently, the prerequisite to open the fourth stone door was not only to break through to the Art of Dragon Mastery's third stage of the Art of Dragon Mastery, but also to hit the stone door with a divine weapon. Now Lin Yi had the strength, but the divine weapon had not been forged yet. The only thing that comforted Lin Yi was that the refining materials were ready, and he only lacked the blood of the five evils dragon. This was more difficult to get, unless he entered the five evils savage land again. However, even if Lin Yi wanted to go in, the heavenly elixir sect would not let him in, and whether he could enter was a problem. It seemed that he should find a chance to ask Kong Ming Ming. Over here, the 4 fire wolf war gods were dead. Dr. Benjamin Tu and Qiu Shanlong were still anxiously waiting for their news. Previously, they had made a report. After going to the Song family to demonstrate, they gave the Song family time to consider. Today, they would go to the Song family again. However, they had waited for a long time. According to the time in Huaxia, it should be midnight now. How come there was no news of the 4 people? Qiu Shanlong, why there is still no news of the 4 fire wolf war? Will there be any accidents and complications? Dr. Benjamin Tu asked with some worry. It is reasonable to say that there should not be any problems. After all, they are all experts at the peak of the late stage of heaven stage. Looking at the current cultivation world, they are also the strongest existence. Not to mention a mere Song family, even those ancient sects would find it difficult to compete with the 4 of them unless they unite, right? Qiu Shanlong shook his head and said, "This is true." After listening, Dr. Benjamin Tu said, "Although the reason is reasonable, I still feel uneasy. The rules of the center are strict. After these 4 people capture the people, they will definitely contact us immediately. I'll make another call and see." After listening to Dr. Benjamin Tu, Qiu Shanlong picked up the phone again and dialed the number of the Fire Wolf War God number 5. However, after the phone was picked up, no one answered. Before the Fire Wolf War God number 5 brought people to the Song family, he didn't take the phone at all. He just left it in the hotel. He was an expert trained by the center. Usually, he didn't use a mobile phone, so it was normal not to bring it when he went out. Qiu Shanlong hung up twice, but still no one answered. This made him frown. "Doctor, no one is answering the phone." "I know. Let's wait a little longer. If it doesn't work, we can only report to Master's wife Miss Lon," said Dr. Benjamin Tu. However, the 2 of them waited for another 2 hours. Even if the Fire Wolf War God number 5 brought people from the hotel to the Song family and back, there was still no news. This couldn't help but make the 2 of them panic at the same time. There's still no answer. "Doctor, let's report this." This time, even Qiu Shanlong, who had always been calm, realized that something was wrong. Something big was going to happen. There's an 80% chance that something is wrong.
Okay.
Dr. Benjamin too directly dialed Miss Lan's phone. At this moment, Miss Lan was also waiting for news from Dr. Benjamin too. Song Ling Rue was a very important research subject for the center. Dr. Benjamin too, how is it? Have you brought Song Ling Rue back?
Asked Miss Lan.
Miss Lan, Master's wife. There is no news from the Fire Wolf War Gods. Qiu Shanlong called them, but no one answered.
It was as if they suddenly disappeared.
Said Dr. Benjamin too.
What?
Miss Lan was shocked after hearing it. What happened? 4-peak late-stage Great Perfection Masters couldn't take Song Ling Rue away? Instead she disappeared? I suspect that something happened. With the strength of the Song family, it is impossible to kill 4 of us Fire Wolf War Gods. Dr. Benjamin too said. If they had this strength, they would have made a move the first time they went to the Song family. They wouldn't have that helpless expression. I suspect that someone intervened to help, or it has nothing to do with the Song family. They encountered other troubles.
I know.
I will let someone investigate. Miss Lan was a person who did great things. After a short period of absent-mindedness, she calmed down. You don't have to worry about this matter. Concentrate on studying the 1st and 2nd grade automatic medicine cauldrons. Okay, I got it. Dr. Benjamin too agreed. Miss Lan had sent someone to deliver the 1st and 2nd grade automatic medicine cauldrons today, but Dr. Benjamin too had not poured out the time to study them yet. After hanging up the phone, Miss Lan couldn't sit still. She left her room and quickly went to Ancestor Xianchen. Miss Lan, why did you suddenly visit so late?
Ancestor Xianchen looked at Miss Lan strangely and asked.
There is something that I want to trouble Mr. Xianchen for. Miss Lan said straightforwardly, in the Chinese cultivation world, there should be nothing that can be hidden from the 5-element sect, right? Chapter 34-33. It's like this. On my side, 4 experts came here to do some work, but they suddenly lost contact. Miss Lan said. 4 experts? What kind of experts are they? When did this happen? Ancestor Xianchen was slightly stunned. He was a little surprised. He didn't expect Miss Lan to bring people over. What level of expert was this expert? 4-peak late heaven stage Great Perfection experts. This afternoon, after they went to do some work, we lost contact with the people at my headquarters. We can't contact them now. Miss Lan didn't hide it now. After all, if she didn't give these details to Ancestor Xianchen, where would he go to find them? What? 4-peak late heaven stage Great Perfection experts? This time, Ancestor Xianchen was completely shocked. He didn't expect the center to have such a foundation and strength. They could actually send 4-peak late heaven stage Great Perfection experts. Previously, he thought that they only had some research in technology and biohuman modification. He didn't expect that there were still hidden experts. Even Ancestor Xianchen didn't know about these experts, let alone others. However, after his shock, he still asked, where did they go? What did they do? Miss Lan, don't worry. With the strength of the 4 of them, they are almost invincible on our side. Except for our 5-element sect, no one can make them stay. Ancestor Xianchen didn't blame Miss Lan for not mentioning this matter in advance. Although the 5-element sect was from the Central Plains of China, it didn't mean that the cultivators in the Central Plains needed to be under the jurisdiction of the 5-element sect. Moreover, Patriarch Xianchen and Miss Lan happened to be in a cooperative relationship. It was only reasonable that Patriarch Xianchen had to help resolve this matter. This is what happened. Miss Lan didn't hide too much. She started from the Devil's Trial. A guest elder of the Overseas Cultivators Association snatched their center's inheritance. They waited until the guest elder returned to the Central Plains of China before they made a move. Overseas Cultivators Association. After Patriarch Xianchen heard this, although he felt that Miss Lan was a little unhappy with his younger brother's subordinate, he was just a guest elder after all, so he let it go. Moreover, this person had already returned and did not have much of a relationship with the Overseas Cultivators Association. Does that guest elder have some backing in the Central Plains? According to the investigation, there is no such thing. Miss Lan said, the guest elder's real name is Song Ling Rue. She is a member of the secular song family. How can such a family have any backers? What? When Patriarch Xianchen heard the names of Song Ling Rue and the secular song family, he was shocked. He slammed the table and stood up. Miss Lan, what did you say? This Song Ling Rue is from the secular song family? That's right. Mr. Xianchen, what's with your expression? Miss Lan looked strangely at the extremely shocked Patriarch Xianchen. In her opinion, Patriarch Xianchen had always been a very calm person. It was rare for him to reveal such a shocking expression. Could it be that the Song family, a secular family, has an ancient backer? Why would they be willing to stay in a secular family? Although the Song family is only a secular family and they do not have an ancient backer, they have an even more powerful backer. Even I have a headache dealing with this person. Patriarch Xianchen smiled bitterly and said, Actually, Miss Lan, you should have heard that this person is Lin Yi. What? Lin Yi? Miss Lan was stunned and immediately frowned. This Lin Yi can actually kill 4 experts at the peak of the late stage of Heaven stage? That's impossible, right? According to common sense, it is indeed impossible. However, I'm afraid that he has invited some mysterious help, such as the Bubbly clan. My disciple, Xiao Yi, was killed by the Bubbly clan under Lin Yi's orders. Patriarch Xianchen said helplessly, if the Bubbly clan intervenes, it is really possible. Miss Lan's expression changed again and again. Finally she said, Then Mr. Xianchen, do you have any ideas? In my opinion, the most important thing is to first investigate whether this matter has anything to do with Lin Yi. If there is, what kind of relationship? Who did Lin Yi invite to do it? Patriarch Xianchen thought about it and said, The key problem is to carefully find out whether these 4 people are still alive and whether they have died. Okay, I'll have to trouble Mr. Xianchen with this matter. As for the 1st and 2nd grade automatic medicinal cauldrons, I will ask Dr. Benjamin Tu to hurry up and develop them. As soon as possible. Miss Lan said. Patriarch Xianchen nodded and then shouted to the door, Waiter, come here for a moment. Yes. Soon the waiter's voice was heard, and then the waiter walked into Patriarch Xianchen's room. Master, are you looking for me? How about this? You bring Kong Ming Ming and quickly go to Yanjing City to investigate something. It's like this. Patriarch Xianchen told him about the disappearance of Miss Lan's 4 people in the secular songhouse and then said, You have to be careful about this matter. Listen to Zhao Ming. Zhao Ming is a smart child. If there is really a strong enemy there, such as the Bubbly clan, you don't have to prove that there is a conflict, understand? How about this? Let Zhao Guangyin, Mian Huachuan, and Zhao Qibing follow and protect Kong Ming Ming. Your son-in-law's strength is lower. Don't lose out. Miss Lan thought about it and said, After all, he is working for our center. If that's the case, thank you, Miss Lan. Patriarch Xianchen was overjoyed. Originally, he was going to let Kong Ming Ming bring the 3 masters from House Zhao to the Heaven class trial. But he didn't tell Miss Lan. He didn't know if Miss Lan would agree. But now, before he could say anything, Miss Lan had already brought it up. This made Patriarch Xianchen very happy. When the time came for the trial, Kong Ming Ming would bring the 3 of them to participate in the trial. That would be a matter of course. There's no need to thank me. I hope you can find out the whereabouts of the 4 people from our center as soon as possible. Miss Lan waved her hand. The 3 masters from House Zhao were just modified test subjects. They weren't particularly important to her. Moreover, these 4 masters had their own flaws. The center didn't care too much. Then I'll go rest first and wait for Mr. Xianchen's news. Miss Lan, don't worry. Once there is news, I will inform you immediately, Patriarch Xianchen nodded and said. Chapter 34-34. Kong Ming Ming thought that he was pretty awesome when he brought 3 top masters with him and Xiao. He never thought that he would be this awesome one day. I, Kong Ming Ming, am the smartest and most adaptable person. Lin Yi, it's your bad luck to meet me. A trash like Zhao Qibing is only worthy of being my follower. Only I can be your opponent. I, Kong Ming Ming, am the strongest. Zhao Qibing was actually a little depressed. He was once the heir of a great hidden house, and Kong Ming Ming was just a playboy who wasn't even from a noble house. There was no comparison between them, but now, he had become Kong Ming Ming's follower. He had no choice. He had to lower his head when he was under someone else's roof. Who asked Kong Ming Ming to be the son-in-law of the five-element sect's Xianchen elder? As for the three of them, although they were sky-class late-phase peak, they were stronger than Kong Ming Ming, but it depended on who gave them this strength. The five-element sect and the center had their lifeblood in their hands. Although their strength was there, if they didn't inject the medicine regularly, they would be no different from a normal person. They might not even be as strong as they were before, so if they wanted to maintain their power as top masters, they could only be the dogs of the five-element sect. But even so, a dog with a home was better than a stray dog. At least, they felt that if they saw Lin Yi again, it would be Lin Yi's death. Second brother, let's go to the secular house Kong first? Kong Ming Ming wanted to show his strength to the secular house Kong. It would also let them feel that they were doing quite well now. No problem. Whatever junior brother Kong says, we'll go with it. It was all led by junior brother Kong. The waiter quickly nodded and said, his qualifications were not as good as Little Yi's. Perhaps Little Yi and Kong Ming Ming had come together, so naturally, the two of them would discuss things. But now, it was completely Kong Ming Ming who was in charge. Kong Ming Ming nodded with satisfaction. This time, Kong Xiaoming's return home could be said to be a triumphant return. He had brought so many top-notch experts to the Kong family's doorstep. The current Kong family was still a relatively independent existence. It wasn't considered a worldly family, but its status had already surpassed worldly families. It could even be considered a hidden family. Because everyone in the cultivation world knew that the Kong family had an eighth elder of the heavenly elixir sect. Those who were slightly better informed also knew that Kong Ming Ming was the son-in-law of Patriarch Xianchen. Therefore, who dared to provoke the Kong family? Of course, no one dared to provoke the Kong family. In fact, the Kong family was not doing very well. Because they didn't dare to provoke others. Those worldly families and most of the hidden families were Lin Yi's people. Lin Yi was someone that even Kong Ming Ming had a headache with. How could the Kong family dare to provoke him? Therefore, the Kong family could only get some small benefits, but they couldn't get any big benefits. With the assistance of the heavenly elixir sect, they could do some small business, but their business was also blocked by the automatic medicine cauldrons. Zhao Ming, what are you doing? Zhao Long was now the young master of the Kong family. He heard from the servants that Kong Ming Ming had returned and quickly ran out to welcome him. However, there were a few peak late-phase sky-class masters standing outside. So Zhao Long was a little scared. He had already practiced the arts Kong Ming Ming had given him, and had stepped into the cultivation world. However, his strength wasn't great, but it didn't stop him from feeling the strength of other practitioners. Haha, let me introduce you. These three used to be masters of House Zhao, and now they're my subordinates. They're peak late-phase sky-class masters. Kong Ming Ming pointed at Zhao Qibing and the others. Ah! Zhao Long was shocked. These three were peak late-phase sky-class masters? But his brother's strength hadn't changed yet. How could he control so many masters? They weren't from the five-element sect, but House Zhao. This was a little strange. Greetings, young Master Kong. Zhao Qibing, Zhao Guangyin, and Mian Huachuan quickly cupped their fists. The three of them understood the situation. Zhao Long might be weak, but he was still Little Eleven's brother-in-law, which meant that he was his brother-in-law. How could they not respect him? Oh! Zhao Long was even more shocked as he nodded. This is my second senior brother. He's also at the peak of sky-class late phase. Kong Xiaoming introduced. Young Master Kong, I'll call you Brother Kong then, haha. Little Heir said humbly and passionately. This. Zhao Long didn't know what to say. Zhao Ming, tell your brother, why are you so strong now? Haha, actually, father-in-law sent me here this time to investigate something. This matter most likely has something to do with Lin Yi, so I brought these masters with me. If possible, I want to kill him while I'm at it. Zhao Ming said faintly. Ah, that's great. Zhao Long quickly said, are you going to kill Lin Yi? Zhao Ming, do you know how much I hate this Lin Yi? My own fiancé is sleeping with him all day long. Your brother is going to die of sullenness every day. Although people talk about House Kong because you're the son-in-law of Elder Xianchen and the 8th elder of Sky Elixir sect, they'll look up to me in House Kong, but no one knows what they say behind our backs. Our family is so strong, but we're not as strong as that lone practitioner Lin Yi. It's really. Sigh, it's a long story. Brother, don't worry, I couldn't solve this before, but this time as long as it's related to Lin Yi, he'll die for sure. Kong Ming Ming said heroically. Ugh, what if it's not related? Zhao Long quickly asked. It's not related, I'll just make up a relationship and make him related. Don't worry, brother, I want him dead more than you do. Wahahaha. Kong Ming Ming laughed arrogantly, but he had 4 peak late phase sky class masters with him. He felt that killing Lin Yi was a piece of cake. It didn't take much effort at all. The most important thing now was to investigate if the Bubbly clan was still here. Kong Ming Ming subconsciously thought that the Bubbly clan had helped Lin Yi and Hao Song. Otherwise, with Lin Yi's strength, killing 4 peak late phase sky class masters was undoubtedly a pipe dream. Kong Ming Ming didn't believe it at all. Chapter 34-35. Second update. Asking for votes. Don't worry, big bro. I know you've been brooding over this. You've lost face, and that means I, Kong Ming Ming, have lost face as well. I'll definitely get rid of Lin Yi for you. Kong Ming Ming said with a pat on his chest. Now you can go get that bitch Xin Yan and wait for my good news. Forget it. I'll wait for Lin Yi to die first. Zhao Long didn't dare do that. After all, everything would be fine if Lin Yi died. But what if he didn't? Then he'd capture Xin Yan first, and if Kong Ming Ming couldn't handle it, then he'd be in big trouble. Lin Yi wouldn't kill him, or at least cripple him. Even if he didn't do anything to Xin Yan and only captured her, he wouldn't be able to recover. All right then, just wait for my good news. Kong Ming Ming could see that his big brother was a coward, but he didn't say anything. After all, he and Zhao Long were just the pot calling the kettle black. If it weren't for these masters backing him up, he really wouldn't dare go after Lin Yi alone. It'd be too dangerous. That night, House Kang's mansion was decorated with lanterns and streamers to celebrate Kong Ming Ming's return. It lasted until 1 in the morning before everyone went to sleep. If it weren't for the fact that Kong Ming Ming had to go to Yanjing to investigate, they'd probably stay up all night. After all, Kong Ming Ming was just too strong. He had 4 sky class masters with him. Peak late phase peak. Even an ancient noble house couldn't compare. The next morning, Kong Ming Ming brought the 3 masters from House Zhao and Xiao to Yanjing. Kong Zhao Ming didn't go find trouble with House Song directly. Instead, he stayed nearby and slowly observed. He wanted to see if the members of the Bubbly clan were nearby. He had been to the Bubbly clan before, so he was quite familiar with the appearance of the people of the Bubbly clan. He could tell the difference at a glance, so if these people were nearby, they wouldn't be able to escape from Kong Ming Ming's eyes. Junior brother Kong, there haven't been any outsiders coming to the Song family these past few days? After 2 days of surveillance, there were no outsiders in the Song family. Only a few disciples of the Song family came and went, obviously to buy things. Little waiter asked doubtfully. Kong Ming Ming nodded and said, Yes, I don't think so. Even if they come to the Song family, it's impossible for them to not go out. It's not interesting for them to stay at home. If they don't walk around, I'm afraid they will go back. What should we do next? Little Fool asked. Let's wait for a while. Let's make sure there's no one else in the Song family. Kong Ming Ming was arrogant this time, but he was still very careful. All right. There's no harm in being careful. Little Fool agreed with Kong Ming Ming's point of view. That afternoon, Kong Ming Ming saw Lin Yi and Lingshan leave the Song family together. It was like he had discovered a new continent. Lin Yi is in the Song family. Kong Ming Ming was overjoyed. If the Bubbly clan is in the Song family, then there's no way Lin Yi didn't bring them out. It seems like the Bubbly clan isn't in the Song family anymore. I'll go test Lin Yi. Junior brother Kong, you want to go yourself? Little Fool was shocked. There won't be any danger, right? Of course not. I'll just pretend to meet him and ask him a few questions. He can't do anything to me. Kong Ming Ming said. I know Lin Yi. He won't go against the 5-element school. Besides, he needs me to concoct pills for him. All right, be careful then. Little Fool saw that Kong Ming Ming had made up his mind. He didn't say anything else. In actuality, Lin Yi was going shopping with Ling Shan today. Ling Shan wanted Lin Yi to go out with her. After all, Lin Yi couldn't stay in the Song family forever. Lin Yi had to go back. Yushu was about to go to Flaming Mountain, and Lin Yi promised to send her there. So Lin Yi had to go back as well. Ling Shan, on the other hand, wanted to find the feeling of love. Her relationship with Lin Yi was a bit of a bumpy one. She chased him a lot, and although Lin Yi accepted her, she always felt that her relationship with Lin Yi was far worse than Meng Yao, Yushu, Xin Yan, Tang Yun, and Xiao Xiao. She wasn't even as good as Sun Jingyi. So Ling Shan wanted to improve her relationship with Lin Yi. It was rare for Ling Shan to make a request like this, and naturally, Lin Yi agreed. In fact, Ling Shan wasn't the type of girl who liked shopping. She came out this time just for the feeling. In other words, she didn't care what she bought, but who she went shopping with. The two walked aimlessly on the street. There was a dazzling array of goods, but Ling Shan didn't pay much attention to it. She just walked with Lin Yi, talking about the interesting things that happened when they first met in Songshan. It was only a year, but it felt like a long time. The two couldn't help but sigh when they talked about it. As they walked, a person came towards them. Lin Yi paused, and so did Ling Shan. They hadn't seen this person for a long time. "Huh, isn't this Lin Yi, boss? What a coincidence. What are you doing here?" Kong Xiaoming was surprised to see Lin Yi and ran over to greet him. "Kong Mingming? Aren't you at the Sky Elixir School and Five Element School? What are you doing here?" Lin Yi didn't know why Kong Mingming was here, but this guy was always up to no good no matter where he went. "Oh, I'm just going home to act cool, and then I came to Yanjing to look for some connections and do some business." Kong Xiaoming shrugged. "I'm a member of the Five Element sect and Sky Elixir sect now. I'm so powerful, but my family isn't doing so well. The elixir business has been affected by your cauldron, so I can't do it anymore. I have a lot of stock. I can only contact the auction house and sell those elixirs to the common world." "Oh, is that so?" Lin Yi listened to Kong Mingming's words, and it seemed to be the case. But this guy didn't seem like someone who would tell the truth no matter how he looked at it. But this didn't have much to do with Lin Yi, and so Lin Yi only said, "Where are my pills? When are you giving them to me? I'm already Sky Class mid-phase peak, and if you don't give them to me, I'll be at max level soon. There's no use for them even if I eat them. You can only admire them yourself." "Ah, you leveled up again?" Kong Mingming paused. He didn't expect Lin Yi to have leveled up again. He was now a Sky Class mid-phase peak. "Stop the bullshit. When are you giving me the pills?" Lin Yi asked. Chapter 34-36. The first update, asking for votes. "Forget it, I still have things to do. You can go by yourself." Lin Yi waved his hand. "Hey, by the way, can you take me to see the people from the Bubble Leaf clan?" Kong Mingming suddenly said. "Bubble Leaf clan? What are you going to do?" Lin Yi was stunned. He didn't understand what Kong Mingming was talking about. "Oh, it's like this. Little First's body is gone. I want to find it. I think only the Bubbly clan knows about this. I want to ask, didn't they come here a while ago?" Kong Mingming asked. "You're here?" Lin Yi frowned and asked calmly. "Yes, I heard that they came to the Song family to help drive away some foreign masters." Kong Mingming said. "Oh." Lin Yi's mind raced as he tried to figure out what Kong Xiaoming meant. How did Kong Mingming know that someone from the Song family was here to cause trouble? Moreover, it was an external expert? What did he mean by inquiring about the Bubbly clan? Could it be that he has some relationship with those foreign experts? Or perhaps, he thinks that I invited the Bubbly clan to kill those experts from the outside world? Thinking about it, this was the only possibility. "Oh, did you see them?" Kong Mingming asked anxiously. He didn't know what Lin Yi meant by, "Oh." "What does that have to do with you?" Lin Yi asked. "Didn't I say it already? I want to find little one's corpse. I suspect they've hidden it." Kong Mingming said with a bitter face. "After all, I was the one who lost the corpse. Father-in-law Xianchen asked me to do it." "Is a corpse that important?" Lin Yi was puzzled. "It's not important, but we have to figure out where the corpse went." Kong Mingming said, Great God Lin Yi, your master is ancestor profound heaven, so I won't hide it from you. Do you know that the disciples of the Five Elements sect have soul jade plates? I've heard of it, but I don't really know, Lin Yi said. It's like this. If a disciple of the Five Element school dies outside, his soul jade plate will also shatter accordingly. However, little Yi's jade plate is only cracked, but not broken. Moreover, his corpse is gone, so we are not sure whether he is dead or alive. Therefore I have to find out the truth. Kong Ming explained. Lin Yi's heart turned cold. So, Ancestor Xianqun has already seen the problem? Little one had been transformed into a puppet doppelganger, so it was either dead or alive. No wonder the soul jade tablet was only cracked and didn't shatter. Then you can go to the Hakunamata desert. They have already gone back. Lin Yi said, although I have a friendship with them, they can't accompany me all the time, right? I still have my own things to do. I see. Kong Ming's face was a little disappointed, but he was happy in his heart. Then forget it. It's too far away. I can't afford to go there again. By the way, do you live in the secular Song family? Yes, what's the problem? Lin Yi nodded. Nothing. Is there anyone else? Can I live there? Kong Ming asked. There's also Lingshan's sister, Ling Rue, and her second grandfather. We're all annoyed that you can't live there. Lin Yi told the truth. Since Kong Ming knew that there were foreign masters looking for trouble with the Song family, how could he not know about Song Ling Rue and Song Xianghua? Then forget it. I'll be leaving first. Kong Ming nodded and waved at Lin Yi. Don't forget my pill. Lin Yi reminded. If he had another qi gathering pill now, then Lin Yi would be able to break through to Sky Class late phase. I won't. I'll give it to you next time. With that, Kong Ming left. After Kong Ming left, Lingshan said, Lin Yi, I feel like there's something wrong with this Kong Ming. My professional instincts tell me that he's hiding something. I can see that. But who knows what he's thinking? Anyway, be careful when you go back. This guy probably doesn't come with good intentions. Lin Yi nodded. Because of this incident with Kong Ming, Lin Yi and Lingshan didn't have the mood to shop anymore. They went back to House Song. At the Song family's dinner, Lin Yi told Song Xianghua about his encounter with Kong Ming. Song Ling Rue and Song Xianghua didn't know who Kong Ming was, but Lin Yi explained his identity to them. That's weird. This Kong Ming is an elder of the Sky Elixir sect and the son-in-law of the Five Elements sect. Why would he come all the way here to meddle in this? Song Ling Rue found it strange as well. He even found out that there's a foreign master coming here to attack us? I'm curious too. I keep feeling that the foreign master seems to have some connection with Kong Ming. As for what connection, I'm not sure yet. Lin Yi shook his head. Forget it. We'll deal with it when it comes. Song Ling Rue waved her hand and said indifferently, although the Five Elements sect is strong, after brother-in-law killed a few of their masters, there's no one left. Even if their Xianqun elder is very strong, if he comes personally, it'll be easy for me and second grandpa, brother-in-law, and that helper to destroy them. It's always good to be careful. Rue, don't be arrogant. Lingshan frowned and reminded her. She realized that Song Ling Rue was a little overconfident now. She relied too much on and believed in Lin Yi's strength. Alright, what you said makes sense. It's good to be careful. However, with the Five Elements sect's strength, even if Xianqun comes, we still have the confidence to fight them. Lin Yi nodded. Haha, brother-in-law is still the best. Song Ling Rue looked at Lingshan proudly. Lingshan shook her head helplessly. There was nothing she could do. The family finished dinner together and was about to go back to rest when suddenly, they heard a loud shout coming from the Song house's door. Song family, listen up. The Five Elements sect's messenger has arrived. Please come out and welcome him. The voice was very abrupt, and it shocked everyone present. However, when they heard the words Five Elements sect's messenger, their faces showed a look of understanding. Just when they were talking about Kong Ming came. Speak of the devil and he will come. However, this voice was not Kong Ming's. Let's go and have a look. Lin Yi unknowingly became the backbone of the Song family. Lin Yi saw that Song Xiangwen and Song Xianghua were looking at him, so he nodded and stood up first. Chapter 34-37. Second Watch, Asking for Votes. They weren't as nervous as they were the first time the firewolves came. With Lin Yi here, they had more confidence. Song Lingrui was even more excited, as if there was going to be a good show. House Song, under Lin Yi's lead, arrived at the gate. Lin Yi saw Kong Ming, a stranger, and 3 acquaintances standing beside them. Lin Yi hadn't seen this stranger before, but judging from his clothes, he should be a disciple of 5 Element sect. Lin Yi wondered what his rank was. The other 3 acquaintances, however, made Lin Yi frown. They were from House Zhao. Zhao Qibing, Zhao Guangyin, and Mian Huachuan. Why were the 3 of them here? Kong Ming, you came to talk to me in the day, and now you've brought people here at night. Are you here to destroy me and House Song? Lin Yi looked at Kong Ming and said coldly. Ha, Lin Yi, are you still not going to make a move? Kong Xiaoming laughed and said, the reason why I came here is that the 5 Element sect and the Fire Wolves gang have started a full cooperation. Those 4 people were from the Fire Wolves gang. They were killed by the people you hired to flirt with the Li clan. How could we let you go? This time, not only you, but House Song will be finished, and we'll take that Song Lingrui with us. Now you can't call for help, and without the Fire Wolves, what will you do? Are you done? Lin Yi looked at Kong Ming indifferently. You're that confident that you can destroy me? Of course, do you see? This is my second senior brother, a Sky-class late-phase peak full-circle master. Kong Ming pointed at the waiter beside him. If you think that he's the only Sky-class late-phase peak full-circle master, then you're wrong. There's more. There's more? Lin Yi frowned and turned to look at the 3 masters from House Zhao. They were the only ones present, and there was no one else. Kong Xiaoming said that there were more people, so it could only be these 3. But Lin Yi knew that they weren't that strong, so he didn't pay much attention to them. But now that he saw them, Lin Yi was shocked. These 3 people were actually at the peak of the late stage of Heaven Realm? How was that possible? How could the strength of these 3 people increase so quickly? Lin Yi would believe it if they were all inheritors, but 3 normal practitioners from the Zhaos were able to enter the ranks of top-level practitioners in such a short amount of time? Wasn't this a little too unbelievable? However, Kong Ming didn't know that Lin Yi had such a cheat. He turned to Kong Ming and smiled. What? Tell me about it. These 3 masters from House Zhao are now masters of our 5 Element sect. They are also my bodyguards and thugs. Killing you is just a game. Kong Ming looked at Lin Yi fiercely. Now I'll give you a chance. Tell us, how did these 4 overseas masters die? That's how they died. Lin Yi said lightly. Hey, I think you want to do it the hard way. Kong Ming's face changed. He didn't expect Lin Yi to be so relaxed when facing 4 Sky-class late-phase peak full-circle masters. He was a little unhappy. Second brother, teach him a lesson. Let him know who's in charge here. Don't you want to avenge big brother? Eldest senior brother was killed by him. Lin Yi, right? I've heard of you. Little fool said lightly. You couldn't beat him, so you found someone else to kill big brother. How despicable and shameless. I've been wanting to get even with you for a long time. Hee. Are you talking about Kong Ming? You can't beat me, so you got a bunch of people to help you? Lin Yi smiled faintly. Song Lingrui looked at Lin Yi in surprise. The first time Kong Xiaoming called out Lin Yi's name, she thought she heard it wrong and thought it was Ling Yi, but this time, she was sure that little fool was calling out Lin Yi's name. Not Ling Yi. This person is Lin Yi. Isn't that the person I want to kill? How is this possible? Although Ling Yi and Lin Yi's names were similar, Song Lingrui didn't mind. After all, it was like the Chinese listening to the names of foreigners. There were many similar pronunciations, so they felt the same. Song Lingrui grew up overseas, so naturally, it was the same. She felt that there were many names with similar pronunciations in China, so she didn't think too much about it in the beginning. Now that she thought about it carefully, she finally understood the weird expression on her sister's face when she heard Lin Yi's name. This Ling Yi was Lin Yi, the person she wanted to assassinate, and also her brother-in-law. Thinking of this possibility, Song Lingrui felt a little discouraged and scared. If this person wasn't Song Lingrue's brother-in-law, she would be beaten to death if she went to him. Didn't they see how tragically those 4 fire wolf war gods died? Song Lingrue sighed. Luckily, she didn't do anything stupid, or she wouldn't even know how she died. Don't say those useless things. Kong Mingming wasn't happy that his shortcomings were exposed. Look, these masters from House Zhao that you stepped on before are now ruthless people. You'll cry later. Lin Yi glanced at the masters from House Zhao, his eyes cold. Zhao Qibing, long time no see. You're still showing off? Heh, Lin Yi, the winner is the king, the loser is the bandit. I, Zhao Qibing, have finally made it. Not only you, but Meng Yao and Yushu as well, the humiliation and pain they gave me, I'll definitely get them back. After you die, they'll follow in your footsteps. Zhao Qibing was finally powerful, so he started shouting crazily. Is that so? Then don't regret it later, Lin Yi said faintly. Choosing to go against me won't end well. Don't look down on you just because you're a peak perfection heaven rank expert. You should know that I'm the best at leapfrogging. Instant kill? Zhao Qibing's face changed slightly as he thought of the past, but he calmed down immediately. Humph, instant kill a sky class late phase peak? What a joke. Why don't you do it for me? I've already killed you, what else can you do? Lin Yi looked at Zhao Qibing mockingly. Chapter 34-38. His purpose for coming here this time was to avenge little Yi, so since there was a chance, he would use Lin Yi as a show of strength. He didn't hold back and directly activated the chant, smashing his staff at Lin Yi's face. Little Fool was fast, but Lin Yi was prepared. He wore the gale-chasing lightning boots, and with the butterfly micro-steps, he easily dodged Little Fool's attack. This speed depended on who it was. If it was against Song Lingrue and Song Xianghua, they might be unprepared, but Lin Yi had the gale-chasing lightning boots and the butterfly micro-steps. It would be strange if he was hit even if he was prepared. Little Fool saw that Lin Yi dodged and couldn't help but be stunned. He thought that his speed was the fastest in the 5-element sect, and he had never seen anyone who could dodge it so easily. But Lin Yi dodged it. He quickly wanted to chase after Lin Yi, but as soon as he turned his head, he saw a palm with hot flames slapping towards him. The 12th form of the Frenzy 8 trigrams palm. Lin Yi shouted and took this opportunity to slap Little Fool. Since Little Fool wanted to use him to establish his dominance, he was actually using Little Fool to establish his dominance. These few days of training in House Song, Lin Yi could already successfully activate the 12th form of the Frenzy 8 trigrams palm. The power of the 12th form was already not small, and with the addition of the Essence Energy Necklace, this slap, even if Little Fool didn't die, he would be a cripple. Boom dash. Little Fool's entire body flew out with the wind from Lin Yi's palm and landed beside Kong Mingming. His legs twitched for a moment, and then he stopped moving. No one knew whether he was dead or alive. Ha! Kong Mingming was dumbfounded, and so were the 3 masters of House Zhao. What was going on? He was killed instantly? All right, it's done. Zhao Qibing, did you see that? Lin Yi smiled as he looked at Zhao Qibing. He didn't look like someone who had just killed a sky-class late-phase peak at all. Ugh! Qibing's face turned ashen as he knelt on the ground with a thud, pissing himself. Kong Mingming's face turned pale. He never thought that Lin Yi would be so powerful that he could kill Little Fool in one move. Could it be that Lin Yi had the ability to kill Little One that day, yet didn't do so and sought out the Bubbly clan for other purposes? For a moment, Kong Mingming did not know what to do. He stood there, unable to advance or retreat. Master Bing, what's wrong? Is there something wrong with your leg? Lin Yi looked at Qibing mockingly. He had used up all his pure qi. Because he realized that he could only use the 12th form of the Frenzy 8 trigrams palm once with his strength at the peak of heaven rank middle stage. It was impossible to activate it even a little more, as it consumed too much of his physical strength and true qi. So, although he looked powerful on the surface, he was actually using this time to recover his physical strength and true qi. If these 3 masters from House Zhao came to cause trouble for Lin Yi and surround Lin Yi, then Lin Yi would have to summon the purple electric beast and run. Because he didn't have enough pure qi to activate the butterfly microsteps. Ah, right, I practiced the 1,000 kicks, so there's some side effects.
Haha, I can't stand properly often, and I kneel when I see Hayashi Lin. Qibing laughed dryly. It seems that the side effects of increasing my strength too quickly are quite obvious. Oh, I see, Linny nodded. Then what are you three masters from House Zhao doing here?
Are you here to attack me and House Song?
Come, I'll kill you three in 1 second, and I still need to go back for dinner. Getting interrupted in the middle of dinner. How annoying. Cough. Qibing was scared out of his wits, and Zhao Guangyin and Mian Huachuan subconsciously took 2 steps back. This Lin Yi was simply too strong. Back then, Lin Yi was like a god of death, washing House Zhao with blood. They thought that by relying on the 5-element sect and enduring so much pain, one day, when they become the top masters of Sky Stage Great Perfection, they could kill Lin Yi and avenge the extermination of Zhao family. But today, they regretfully realized that the difference between their dreams and reality was too big. They realized that it was impossible for them to kill Lin Yi and take revenge. At least, it was impossible in this lifetime. In the past, Lin Yi's strength wasn't this high, and they always had hope, but once Lin Yi stepped into the peak of the secular world, and could instantly kill Sky-class masters, they lost all hope. Sometimes, hope and giving up was just a matter of a thought. Unless they could ascend to the heavenly Tao, that unreachable legendary realm. But masters like them who were artificially modified would never be able to ascend again in their lifetime. If they didn't use medicine to maintain themselves, and their bodies lost the medicine, they wouldn't even be as strong as before, just a lot weaker than normal people. But now, the three of them felt dispirited. It was impossible. They would never be able to take revenge. Lin Yi's strength had extinguished all thoughts of revenge in this instant. Oh God, Lin Yi, we're just here to watch the show. Actually, we've seen through the world a long time ago, and we've wanted to leave the 5-element sect for a long time. We're going to convert to Buddhism, yes, to become monks. We're leaving. Ami Tofu, I'm leaving. Zhao Qibing said incoherently and turned to run. Zhao Guangyin and Mian Huachuan were also running behind him. The three of them were running as fast as they could possibly run. But their thoughts were the same, and that was to find a place to live in seclusion. Since there was no hope for revenge in this lifetime, there was no point in playing with the 5-element sect. They just lived the rest of their lives in peace. House Zhao still had a sizable amount of savings overseas. Enough for the three of them to live. Seeing his 3 bodyguards running away, Kong Ming was a little numb. Wasn't this betrayal a little too fast? Zhao Ming, you're not honest. You didn't say you were coming to visit when you bumped into me. If I knew you were coming, I'd have to prepare myself. Lin Yi looked at Kong Ming alone and said with a smile that wasn't a smile. Haha, Lin Yi boss, you must be joking. I was forced. It's Miss Lon from the center. It's her. She asked me to investigate the deaths of the 4 overseas masters. The 3 bio-humans of House Zhao were also modified by the center. I'm just leading the way. It has nothing to do with me. Kong Ming explained carefully with a sad face. Really? What's the center? Isn't it the Fire Wolf Gang? Lin Yi asked back. Chapter 34-39. Oh. Lin Yi frowned slightly. So, the center and the 5-element sect are cooperating, and the people from the center want to deal with the Song family and capture Song Lingrui, right? That's right. So, it has nothing to do with me. That Xiao heir wanted to avenge Xiao Yi, so he was eager to make a move. I have already persuaded him on the way that boss Lin Yi is extremely powerful and that he is no match for him at all. Beating him is like beating a dog, but he doesn't believe me. Kong Ming explained. But there is no other way. He has been in the 5-element sect for too long. He doesn't know how powerful the outside world is and how many masters there are. Let's not talk about him. If he is dead, then so be it. Then why are you here? Lin Yi asked with a smile. I am here to look for the body I told you. Kong Ming said quickly. Oh, the body is not here. Lin Yi waved his hand and said, next time when I see you, bring me the elixir. I will remember today's account. If you don't have the elixir, you can only die, because you are worthless to me. Okay. Of course. Kong Xiaoming quickly nodded. He didn't think that he would be able to escape death. How lucky. Then you can go. I won't ask you to stay for dinner. Lin Yi did not kill Kong Ming. First, it was because of the chi-gathering elixir. Second, the most important thing was that he really did not want to be in a deadlock with the Five-Element sect at the last moment. After all, the Five-Element sect was the initiator of the inheritor plan. Those inheritors were all related to Lin Yi. Lin Yi did not want to become enemies with ancestor Xianqun prematurely. Now that Xiao Er was dead, but Kong Mingming was released, it could be considered as giving ancestor Xianqun face. They must have been the ones looking for trouble first, so Patriarch Xianqun could only suffer in silence. He didn't know how many of Patriarch Xuanqun's disciples were left. Most of them were probably dead, right? All right then, Boss Lin Yi, I'm leaving. Kong Mingming heaved a sigh of relief as if he had been pardoned. He quickly turned around and ran. However, he suddenly thought of the waiter's dead body and did not dare to turn back.
Take this person's corpse back.
There was no point for Lin Yi to keep it. Also, you can take the corpses of the 4 overseas experts as well. However, this staff is a good weapon. I'm confiscating it. Of course. Kong Mingming didn't dare to say no. Returning the corpse to him was already good enough. The people from the Song family quickly carried out 4 woven silk bags and threw them on the ground beside the waiter's corpse. Kong Mingming put these things into his car, then jumped into the car and sped away. Looking at Kong Mingming's back as he left, Lin Yi didn't say anything else. Instead, he turned to the people from the Song family and said, "He probably won't come again. There shouldn't be many experts left in the Five-Element sect. Even if there are experts at the Full Circle of Heaven stage, Xiao Rui and Second Grandpa have a chance of winning. Moreover, they won't come to die." Wow, brother-in-law, you're so handsome. You've only broken through 1 level and you can instantly kill experts at the peak of the late stage of Heaven stage? Song Ling Rui looked at Lin Yi curiously. Do you know that the mission from the Overseas Cultivators Association was for me to kill you? I know. Lin Yi didn't expect Song Ling Rui to not be embarrassed after knowing his identity. Instead, she acted like this. When do you plan to do it? While I'm sleeping. Haha, how is that possible? I'm not that stupid. Song Ling Rui shook her head. If I kill you, what about my sister? Moreover, I can't beat you. What if you're dreaming and kill me in 1 hit? How am I going to explain that? Hee. Lin Yi smiled. He didn't expect the awkwardness between them to be resolved so easily. So, young hero Ling Yi is Lin Yi. No wonder the Overseas Cultivators Association suffered such a big loss. This time, even the Five-Element sect and the Fire Wolf gang suffered heavy losses. They should really regret being enemies with you. Song Xianghua also said. It's all right. I can only kill experts at the Full Circle of Heaven stage in 1 hit after I broke through. Otherwise, I would have to fight them twice before. Lin Yi sweated a little. Brother-in-law, what kind of mental cultivation method and martial arts technique are these? Why are they so powerful? Can I cultivate it? Song Ling Rui asked. If you can bear hardships, you can cultivate it too. However, this mental cultivation method is extremely masculine. You're a girl, so you shouldn't be able to cultivate it, Lin Yi said. Moreover, it seems that other than me, it's difficult for others to make progress in their cultivation. Lin Yi was talking about the space in the jade pendant. Without the space in the jade pendant, Lin Yi's art of dragon mastery would always be stagnant. All right, forget it then. Song Ling Rui shook her head. Brother-in-law, do you know about the Heaven stage trial? The Heaven stage trial? What's that? Lin Yi shook his head. He seemed to have vaguely heard of it, but he wasn't sure. It's a trial initiated by the Five-Element sect. I heard that the trial this time is the final list of candidates who can participate in the Heaven stage meeting. Only the cultivators who successfully pass the trial have the opportunity to attend the Heaven stage meeting. Song Ling Rui explained. Heaven stage meeting? What does that mean? Lin Yi asked. The Heaven stage meeting is a meeting for everyone to discuss how to land on the Heaven stage island. Only those who attend the meeting are qualified to participate in the plan to land on the island. Song Ling Rui said. Oh, I see. In other words, if all the cultivators want to participate in the Heaven stage meeting and obtain the opportunity to advance to the Heavenly Dao, they must first participate in the trial, right? Lin Yi roughly understood what Song Ling Rui meant. To be honest, he didn't know these things before, and no one told him. You can say that, But every ancient sect and ancient family has a fixed quota of participants. However, this person's strength must be at the peak of the late stage of heaven stage. If not, it's considered as giving up the opportunity. Song Lingrui said, as for other cultivators, not everyone can participate in the heaven stage trial. There are also conditions. There are conditions? What conditions? Lin Yi asked quickly. Although he felt that there was no problem if he forced himself to participate in the heaven stage meeting, it was better to go according to normal circumstances if there were other feasible paths. Chapter 34-40. So, individual cultivators don't have a chance? Lin Yi was slightly stunned. Doesn't this mean that individual cultivators are rejected? No, individual cultivators also have a chance. In order to balance things out, the rules for individual cultivators to participate in the trial have been established many years ago. That is, individual cultivators who have a fragment of the map of the heavenly stage island can use one of the fragments as a registration qualification to participate in the trial of the heavenly stage. Song Lingrui said, however, this map fragment was hidden very secretly in the past. I guess there are not many individual cultivators who have it. A fragment of the map of the heavenly stage island? Lin Yi's heart moved slightly. Could it be the map fragment that he collected? He didn't know what it was before, but now it seemed that it was really possible. Yes, but of course, it is not the real map of the heavenly stage island. It is a copy of the map. After the 5-element sect copied it, it was cut and distributed. The purpose is to let individual cultivators have the opportunity to participate in the trial. Song Lingrui said. It turned out to be an admission ticket. Lin Yi nodded. That made sense. If it really was some kind of treasure map, there wouldn't be a single piece missing. It would be too hard to gather all of them. But if it was an admission ticket, only one of them could be used. This would also explain why these maps were so well hidden. Then, if I don't have the map fragment, does that mean I can't go? Lin Yi asked unfazed. In theory, yes. But this time, in order to let me kill you, the Overseas Cultivators Association arranged for me to participate in the trial. Brother-in-law, you will also be allowed to participate, Song Lingrui said. Why? Does the Overseas Cultivators Association have the ability to influence the 5-element sect's decision? Lin Yi was slightly stunned. But that's not right. The 5-element sect is now working with that center, so the 5-element sect and the Overseas Cultivators Association should be opposing each other. How can they influence each other? I'm the only one who's opposing me, Song Lingrui said with a wry smile. Actually, I know a secret. The president of our Overseas Cultivators Association, He Luan, is the younger brother of the current acting sect master of the 5-element sect, Ancestor Xianchen. What? Lin Yi's eyes widened. He didn't expect there to be such a secret. These two were actually brothers? The relationship between the two was really complicated. That's right. Elder Xuanchen's real name is He Zhenwu. They are blood brothers. In the early years, He Zhenwu was also a member of the 5-element sect. However, he drifted overseas and founded the Overseas Cultivators Association. Song Lingrui said, only the higher-ups of the Overseas Cultivators Association like my second grandpa know these secrets. I didn't expect that. Lin Yi sighed and said, so, in order for you to kill me, He Zhenwu will ask Elder Xianchen to help me arrange a place for the heaven-level trial? I think so. Song Lingrui nodded. But it's hard to say if they will now. After all, if they communicate with each other, it might reveal our relationship. I see. Lin Yi didn't care. Even if he didn't arrange for him, he had the map fragment as an admission ticket to the heaven-level trial. At that time, it was not up to Elder Xianchen to change the rules announced by the 5-element sect. That would be too embarrassing. Kong Mingming left, the Song family also went back, and it was time for Lin Yi to go back. Xiao Shu was leaving, and Lin Yi had to pick up little Jiu to go to the Yellow Earth sect. There wasn't much time left. The listing of the 1st and 2nd grade automatic medicinal cauldrons almost wiped out the business of the Heavenly Elixir sect. The entire medicinal cauldron market and the 1st and 2nd grade elixir market were almost monopolized by the 1st and 2nd grade automatic medicinal cauldrons. This made Elder Xianchen depressed to death. Miss Lon, when will Dr. Benjamin too be able to crack the latest medicine cauldron? Patriarch Xianchen asked every day. Soon. Science and technology are not like cultivation. How can it be so fast? Mr. Xianchen, don't be impatient. There will be an answer soon. Miss Lon said. Report dash suddenly. A disciple shouted loudly outside the door. Who? What's the matter? Old ancestor Xianchen asked. Now little one was dead, little heir had gone to cause trouble for Lin Yi, and the remaining disciples of old ancestor Xianchen were either dead or crippled. Xianchen hadn't found anyone to replace little heir yet, so the disciple who shouted was in charge of cleaning the soul jade plate room. Reporting to Elder Xianchen, something bad has happened. The disciple hurriedly walked into Elder Xianchen's room and said, Second senior brother's soul jade card is broken. What? At this moment, Elder Xianchen's head suddenly buzzed. He suddenly stood up and stared at the disciple. What did you say? Little fool's soul jade card is broken? Are you sure? Elder Xianchen, how can I lie? It happened just now. The disciple said carefully with a bitter face. Take me to see. Elder Xianchen was anxious. He didn't care that Miss Lon was still beside him. He rushed out of the room and followed the disciple. Miss Lon didn't care about this. She also frowned. She knew Little Fool's strength. He was a top-notch expert at the Great Perfection Realm. If something happened to him now, what did that mean? The 3 reformed disciples of the Zhao family were probably dead. Was this Lin Yi really that powerful? He could actually kill so many people? Miss Lon also followed. They arrived at the place where the soul jade tablet was stored. She saw Patriarch Xianchen stride to the front of a broken tablet. His gaze was a little dull. As expected, Little Fool is also finished. Looking at the row of broken soul jade cards, Elder Xianchen seemed to have aged a lot at this moment. What kind of sin did he commit? Could it be that he had plotted to persecute and drive out Elder Xianchen back then, and now, Boss Bai's disciple had come to take revenge on him? Which of these disciples' deaths had nothing to do with Lin Yi? Mr. Xianchen, my condolences. If something happens to Little Fool, those 3 experts of the Zhao family probably won't be able to return. Miss Lon sighed and said, It seems that I'm not the only one who suffered heavy losses. It's the same on your side. We all have a common enemy. Although that's the case, it would be great if you could really restrain your grief. Lin Yi, I must kill you. Elder Xianchen shouted with a ferocious expression. By the way, where's the illuminating jade card? Is he all right? Chapter 34-41. Senior Brother Kang's memorial tablet is very good. There's nothing wrong with it. The disciple quickly said. That's good. Patriarch Xianchen breathed a sigh of relief and nodded. In that case, Kong Mingming will be back soon. Let's wait for him to come back and see the details. Patriarch Xianchen was right. This time, Kong Mingming didn't dare to go back to the Kong family to show off. After leaving the Song family, he hurriedly drove back to the 5-element sect. That night, Patriarch Xianchen saw Kong Mingming who had returned. Father-in-law, it's not good. Lin Yi is too powerful. No, we are simply nurturing a tiger. We should have killed him long ago. As soon as Kong Mingming entered the door, he shouted incoherently. What do you mean? If we could have killed him, we would have done it long ago. Why would we have waited until now? Patriarch Xianchen frowned. At this moment, he had temporarily calmed down from his sadness. He stared at Kong Mingming and said, I already know about Little Fool. Tell me in detail, what's going on? Is Lin Yi really that powerful? It's like this. According to your suggestion, I went to Yanjing City first. Little Fool and I stayed in a nearby hotel to observe the Song family situation. Kong Mingming said. After a few days of observation, we didn't find any people from the Paoli clan, so I planned to test Lin Yi. As he spoke, Kong Mingming recounted the events in detail to Patriarch Xianchen. However, when he heard that they went to the door and Lin Yi killed Little Fool with one palm, Patriarch Xianchen completely lost his composure this time. What did you say? Lin Yi killed Little Fool with one palm? Is that true? Patriarch Xianchen felt that it was a little unbelievable. Even he didn't dare to say that he could kill a heaven stage great perfection expert in one go because it was impossible. It's true.
Father-in-law, why would I lie to you? Isn't this boosting the morale of others and destroying our own? Kong Xiaoming smiled bitterly. I saw it with my own eyes. Then, what about the 3 Zhao clan experts? Was he also killed by Lin Yi? Miss Lan asked. No, I haven't finished yet. Those 3 experts from the Zhao family are really traitors. After they pissed themselves, they ran away. I couldn't even stop them. Kong Mingming smiled bitterly and said, not only did they surrender, but they also told Lin Yi about our cooperation. Lin Yi is now dissatisfied with us. They ran away? Patriarch Xianchen frowned immediately. The 3 of them were too gutless, weren't they? What kind of people were they? He clearly had the strength, but he didn't even have the courage to fight. He was too trashy. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. Kong Mingming said helplessly. Originally, according to our previous analysis, although Lin Yi can kill experts who are above his level, he should also have to pay a certain price under some special circumstances. He can't kill them consecutively. Therefore, if the 3 of them besieged Lin Yi at this time, it was still very likely that they could kill Lin Yi. But who would have thought that before I could give the order, they ran away first? Hi Miss Lan, this time, it's not that our 5 elements sect didn't contribute, but you saw the situation. Patriarch Xianchen turned to look at Miss Lan and said, it's not your fault this time. Miss Lan shook her head. However, she was dispensable. She didn't hate Lin Yi that much. Her main purpose of staying here was actually to study the bio-human transformation. Even if Lin Yi was hateful, it couldn't be said to be a feud. Since this person was so powerful, Miss Lan planned to avoid conflict with him for the time being. It's good that Miss Lan can understand. Patriarch Xianchen nodded. Don't worry, we will definitely get rid of this Lin Yi. Okay, since it's confirmed that it was done by Lin Yi and the others, then I will go back and rest first. Miss Lan nodded and left. At this moment, only Patriarch Xianchen and Kong Mingming were left in the room. Father-in-law, we must get rid of Lin Yi this time. If we don't get rid of this person, he will definitely become a problem for us in the future. Kong Mingming said, now, he is an expert at the peak of the middle stage of Heaven's stage. If he continues to grow, we won't be a match for him at all. That's right. Patriarch Xianchen nodded and strengthened the belief in his heart. He said, how about this? You will start refining pills tomorrow and refine the extreme qi gathering pill. You must quickly kill Lin Yi. If you wait any longer, it will be too late. Okay, I will start refining pills tomorrow. Kong Mingming actually thought so too. Lin Yi's strength level was getting higher and higher. If this continued, if Lin Yi really fell to the great perfection of Heaven's stage, then the qi gathering pill would have no effect on Lin Yi. At that time, even if it was refined for Lin Yi might not want it. Therefore, this matter had to be done as soon as possible. Otherwise it would be too late. Sigh, although this move is a little despicable, I have to do it. Even if Boss Bai blames me, I have to do it. Patriarch Xianchen finally made up his mind. Before, it was because Boss Bai wanted to train a wood element inheritor, so he had to save some face for Lin Yi. But now, Lin Yi had reached the point where he had to get rid of him. Alright, father-in-law, I'll put down everything I'm doing and focus on refining elixirs for a while. Kong Mingming nodded and said. He had also made up his mind. He had to refine pills and kill Lin Yi. I will communicate with Boss Bai and sound him out. At the same time, I will talk about the Heaven Stage trial. Patriarch Xianchen said, according to the normal rules, he is also the leader of the 5-element sect. I have to give him face and let him arrange for his disciple to participate in the trial. Lin Yi. Kong Mingming was slightly stunned. Lin Yi is still coming to the trial? Then how are we going to deal with him? Second senior brother has fallen, and the 3 experts of the Zhao family are also finished. Only the young leader of the Sky Silkworm transformation is left. He is no match for Lin Yi, right? It's not Lin Yi. Boss Bai's spot can only be given to Guan Xian. Lin Yi can't come. If I don't agree, he can't participate in the trial. Patriarch Xianchen said lightly, since we are going to use pills to kill him, why let him participate in the trial? Is he here to cause trouble? Don't let this kind of person come. He is related to several inheritors. I'm afraid that something will go wrong. Well, that's good. Then I can go and practice with peace of mind. Kong Ming Ming breathed a sigh of relief. Previously, what he looked forward to the most was to kill Lin Yi during the Heaven stage trial. But now, what he was most afraid of was that Lin Yi would participate in the trial. These were two completely different feelings. You're tuning in to the Dreamy Chapters YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.